What is up, everybody? It is Wick here. One of the things I get in my comments all the time is people wish I had longer videos because they like to listen while they list on eBay and do work. I get that. I do the same thing. I like to listen to things and watch them while I'm listing. So I decided to do a compilation of sales. Lots of new people to the channel, so this will be beneficial to you if you're looking for things that you can sell on eBay. Lots of great ideas, lots of examples. Or if you just need a refresher or something to listen to, this is the video for you. So let's jump into it. First item I got here is this $45 typewriter I picked up at a thrift store. I believe I paid $5 for it. I sold it for $45 plus shipping. Got a nice pair of unworn Skechers steel-toed work shoes. Paid $5 for these, I believe it was, at a Goodwill. Sold them for $45 plus shipping. I grabbed this Bible story book collection at yard sale. I only paid $1/4 a piece for these. 10 volumes, so $2.50. And I sold them for $75 plus shipping for a total of $93.48. It pays to get to yard sales first. I was able to pick up this Xbox One for only $20. It also had a Connect with it, but I'll be selling the Connect on Amazon, probably for around $60. $20 was a great deal, and I was able to sell it for $190 plus shipping for a total of $223.33. Shipping out this pair of Tony Llama boots. I believe this is the pair I picked up at a thrift store for only $1. I sold them for $50 plus shipping for a total of $65.51. This brand has some really high-end boots that go into the hundreds. Some cases $500-$600 boots. So Mad Balls are on my bucket list of items to find at a yard sale, along with Coogee sweaters and some other items like that. I saw 2 of these balls at a yard sale and I thought, oh, finally found some Mad Balls. You know what? They're not actually Mad Balls. They're bootleg Mad Balls. And these sell surprisingly well online. I paid $1 for this at the yard sale and I sold it for $44.95. In some cases, the bootlegs are selling better than some of the Mad Balls. I picked this up at a church thrift store for $3, the West Wing Complete DVD series, and sold this quick for $60 plus shipping. I love finding those complete DVD series. You look for them at yard sales if you can get them cheap. A lot of them can be great money. Next, I got these 12 Stephen King paperback books. I didn't pay any more than $1 for these. A couple I got for $0.25 at a yard sale, and I think the rest I paid about $1 for at Goodwill and garage sales. Sold them for $30 plus shipping for a total of $40.43. Here is a great flip. I paid $5 for this Leatherman Wave multi-tool set, and I sold it for $80 plus shipping. Always pay attention to brand new stuff at yard sales and thrift stores. Next, I got this book set, Lectures on the Apocalypse. Picked these up at Goodwill. Paid $2.50 a piece for them because that's the price of hardcovers at Goodwill. Even though I overheard an employee saying that all books are going to be the same price soon. So in my mind, I thought, oh great, hardbacks are going to be $1, just like the paperbacks. But knowing Goodwill is probably going to be the other way around. They'll just raise the price of paperbacks to $2.50. Either way, I sold this for $40 plus shipping for a total of $48.14. Sold this lot of Barney VHS tapes. I picked these up at Goodwill for $1 a piece, and I sold them for $25. It makes it worth it because I'm shipping these media mail. It doesn't cost much to ship media. Sold these San Antonio Shoe Company shoes, SAS, for $24.95. Probably paid about $5 for them. I don't remember where I got them. I sold this vintage Scrabble game for $11.99 plus shipping. The buyer paid over $15 to have this shipped, so they're paying more on the shipping than what they paid on the item. And I'm still making about $10 on this because I picked it up at a yard sale for 50 cents. When you can get things for 50 cents and still make $10, you know, it's worth your time. Next, I'm shipping out these Kodak ink cartridges. Picked these up for $0.25 a piece at a yard sale. Sold them both for $28.89. I picked up these new caps at Goodwill. I paid $1 a piece for them, and I sold them for $25. Picked this Homedics massager up at a yard sale. I paid $5 for it. I sold it for $50 plus shipping. People will buy these. Next, I sold this Guitar Hero live set, 2 guitars, game, and 2 dongles. Picked this up at a yard sale for $20, and I sold it for $160 plus shipping for a total of $209.55. Great flip. Shipping out this Hex Bugs robotics set here. I picked up, I believe only for $3 at Goodwill. Sold it for $30 plus shipping. I sold a big mouth Billy Bass. This is one of these singing bass. I picked this up at a yard sale for only a quarter, and I sold it for $25 plus shipping. I picked up this pair of Brooks shoes for $5 at a yard sale. Took about 2 weeks to sell them. I sold them for $35 plus shipping. Here's a Beatles figure I picked up at a yard sale, and I got a bunch of toys that day. I paid $120 for all the toys. I sold this one for $30 plus shipping. Here are some San Antonio Shoe Company shoes. These sold quick. I picked these up at a yard sale for $1 and sold them for $35 plus shipping a day later. Next, I sold this vintage Craftsman planer, and I paid $5 for this at a yard sale. Sold it for $40 plus shipping for a total of $54.15. I bought this LL Bean bag at a yard sale. I ended up paying $7 for it. I ended up selling it for $28.76 shipped. Not big money. However, I bought it because some of these LL Bean bags are really good money. They go in the hundreds, these tote bags. However, this one has quite a bit of damage. In good condition, this bag was selling between $45 and $65, so I decided just to price it lower, just to move it, get my money back and make some money. I still made $10 profit in the end. About a year ago now, I picked up a bag of stickers at Goodwill. All the stickers were vintage car stickers like Ford, Honda, Volvo Power here. And I sold these two for $12.95. Vintage stickers, vintage signs, they all do well. Picked up these Olukai shoes at a Salvation Army. Paid up for these. I paid $20, but they're new, unworn, and I sold them for $65 plus shipping. Good brand to look out for. I bought this My Little Pony figure at a Goodwill. I paid $2 for it, and I sold it for $25. It's an international order, and I find that international orders do fairly well with stuff like this, because there's a lot of sellers in the United States selling this for $20. I priced it at $25, and I have global shipping turned on, and mine sold. Sold these Skechers mesh shoes. I paid $5 for these at a Goodwill. I sold them for $30 plus shipping. Sold this Arlo video doorbell for $95. I paid, I believe, $25-$30 for this at Home Depot. More clearance, bringing in more money. Here's a good flip. I picked these up at a yard sale for $100. Not just these two. I picked up about 15 GM service manuals, mostly because I wanted the Corvette manuals, but the guy said he'd have to sell them all together. He originally wanted 200. I got it down to 100. And I sold these two for $125. So I've made my money back. I got another Corvette book I'll be able to sell for around $100. And then I have some other books I'll be able to make some money on. So it turned out to be a pretty good buy. Here is an incredible flip. I sold these V.C. Andrews books. The first 5, 6, 7, 8 books can sell very well in this series. Here are the first 5. I picked these up at a yard sale. I paid $0.25 a piece for them, and I got $80 plus shipping. And the only reason I know that these books sell so well is I saw them at Goodwill on the shelf next to each other. And I'm like, here's some books I can lot together. I looked up V.C. Andrews. I'm like, hey, these are worth picking up. So I bought these in the past. I sold them. And when I saw them at this yard sale, it was a no-brainer to buy these because I knew I could make some good money. And that's what reselling is all about. It's just experience. Get out there, look for stuff, look it up, dig in boxes, and eventually you find some awesome things. Sold this Mizuno baseball glove for $19.99 plus shipping, for a total of $31.21. I believe I paid $3 for this at a Goodwill. Here's another GM service manual I sold. Sold this one for $20. We are well in the profit on these. Shipping out these Schleich figures I got at a yard sale. Paid $5 for all of them. They're horses and animals, but this is such a good brand to buy and sell, especially at yard sales when you can get them in lots for cheap. I sold these for $69.95 plus shipping for a total of $86. Here we got the whole Harry Potter collection. I picked these up at a church rummage sale. I think I only paid 50 cents a piece for these. I may have even only paid a quarter. They didn't have this stuff priced. I just took it up there and they didn't charge me much. I think my whole total for everything I bought that day was only like $12, so it couldn't have been much. But I sold these for $95 plus shipping for a total of $111.61. Shipping out this Monster High doll, Elizabeth. And I picked this up at a yard sale really recently for $1.50 with some other ones. She seemed to be more rare. There's an 18-inch version of her selling for about $150. With her camera and accessories, she was selling for about $65, $75. So in this condition, I priced her at $30 and she sold within 2 hours. Shipping out this baseball glove, I paid $5 for this at a yard sale and I sold it for $30 plus shipping. Shipped out this wireless pet transmitter. Picked this up at Goodwill for $5 and I sold it for $60 plus shipping. Next, I'm shipping out this Cocoa Motion hot chocolate maker. Picked this up for $3 at a thrift store. It's a little out of season, but I sold it for $40 plus shipping for a total of $54.47. Shipping out these Gel Noosa Try 9 shoes that I got at a garage sale. Only paid $1 for them. They are a little beat up though, unfortunately. I cleaned them up the best I could. Thought I would be able to clean them up better than I did, but I was still able to sell them for $20 plus shipping. Only paying $1, that's okay. Shipping out this study Bible I picked up at a yard sale. I think I paid $5 for this. I sold it for $50. Good flip, shipping media mail. Next we have this factory stereo replacement interface I picked up at Goodwill for $2.99 and I sold it for $20. Probably could have got $30 for it, but it's been busted open. Hopefully none of the pieces are missing. I looked in there, I couldn't see anything that would be missing. Picked up a bunch of these GM service manuals. I've already sold some of the Corvette ones I bought. Got $120 for those. I only got about $25 for these two Chevy trucks. But that's okay, we've already made our money back and now we're just bringing in the profit. I'm shipping out this filter I sold for $25 free shipping. Oh, my mistake, $29.95 free shipping. And we'll make some profit on this. I ended up buying about 40 of these thermostats at Lowe's last year. I paid right around $30 for them, was selling them for $70, $75. This is a return from Amazon, and I'm just selling it on eBay because it's missing a little cable. I sold it for $25 plus shipping for a total of $38.24. I am shipping out this Cincinnati Bengals hat I picked up at Goodwill for $2, and I sold it for $25. I picked up this Care Bear Cousins 1985 Aladdin lunchbox and thermos for only $2 at a yard sale. I sold it for $50 plus shipping. Sold the first day I listed it. Shipping out this Food Saver unit, I paid I think $6 or $7 for this at Goodwill. Sold it for $40 plus shipping for a total of $76.05. Person paid a lot to have this shipped. Here are 4 He-Man mini comics that came in a vintage toy lot I bought, and I got $20 for these. Could have got more. Some of them aren't in the greatest condition. And there's another one it looks like I can get about $80 for, so I'm selling that one separately. Here we have the 1981 Softhead He-Man. He's got his battle axe and shield. This came out of the vintage toy lot I bought, and I sold it for $95. Unfortunately, it's missing the sword. Would have been able to get probably another $40. That's what the sword sells for by itself. Here are some He-Man Masters of the Universe accessories. These came in the lot that I bought of vintage figures, and I sold this for $20. A lady at a garage sale saw me looking at this and she told me just take it for free. So I did, and I sold it for $20 plus shipping. Here I have a bunch of ghost and haunted house type books, and I bought these at a yard sale. I got them all for $30. I actually have a few more than this. I'm selling the rest of those on Amazon. We'll make about $70 on those I pulled, and then I just sold all of these for $110 plus shipping. Here is a pair of San Antonio Shoe Company shoes. 12 double wide is the size. Picked these up at a yard sale for only $1. Sold them for $35 plus shipping. Here is a Power Lords figure that came in the vintage toy lot I bought. And look at this thing. Something made of nightmares. I don't think I've ever seen this show, so I don't really know what it's all about. But I sold this for $25. Anytime you see any like old action figures that are unique like this, they're probably worth picking up or at least looking into. Worth some money. Sold this bread maker for $35 plus shipping for a total of $53.69. Got this for $2 at a thrift store, and I found it toward the end of the worst part of the pandemic. Everyone was buying bread makers on eBay during that, and the price skyrocketed up. And then the prices started coming down. So yeah, this one, if I would have got it a bit sooner, probably would have sold for double. But still got $35 for it. And I only paid $2. It's possible you may have seen me sell these Allen Edmond loafers before. Not sure if they were ever in a video, but these were returned, and I just relisted them and sold them again for $39.95 plus shipping. Paid $4.99 for them at a Goodwill. Here are some New Balance 928 V3s I sold. I got these at a yard sale. I paid $3 for them. Actually got 3 pairs that day, I remember. I believe the same model. 2 blacks and 1 white. I ended up selling these for $30 plus shipping. If you was at a garage sale and digging through a box and saw this, would you know what it is? Would you know that it's worth $30? This is a He-Man figure accessory for Beast Man. This is his whip, and I sold it for $30. Sold a couple Pokemon figures I picked up at Goodwill for $2 a piece. I sold them for $20 plus shipping. Next, I am shipping out this Zenith clock radio. I paid $2 for this at a thrift store. I sold it for $20 plus shipping. Shipping out this pair of Ultra shoes I picked up at a thrift store for $2, and I sold them for $40 plus shipping. I am shipping out some Hasbro Hero figures. I picked up hundreds of these at a Goodwill for $15. I've already made a few $100s on them, and I sold this lot right here for $12.95. It all adds up. I am shipping out this bread maker paddle. I picked up the bread maker for about $2 at a thrift store and sold this paddle for $24.99. I also sell the lid, the pan, some other parts. You make some pretty good money. Not every bread maker is the same. It definitely depends on the model. This particular model was not worth selling the whole bread maker. You can actually make more money just selling the parts. Picked up this Glow Friends collector's case at a garage sale. I paid $5 for it. It's from the 80s. It's in very good condition. I sold it for $48.31. Picked up this brand new Toy Story Woody figure. This isn't the original. I'm not sure what year it is exactly. It was at Goodwill for $12.99, and I sold it for $89.95 plus shipping for a total of $110.02. I believe the original one new like this would probably sell for $300-400. Next, I'm shipping out some Hoka 1-1 shoes. This is a great brand to look out for. They sell for pretty good money. Paid $5 for these at a Goodwill and sold them for $54.95 for a total of $69.45. Sold this He-Man figure. This is one I got in the box of vintage figures I bought, and I got $65 for that in the mini comic. Shipping out this Sunpack camera adapter I picked up at a Goodwill. I paid $2.99 for this. That day I also got some other great camera stuff. One item I sold for over $200. I think the other one was about $50. I sold the adapter for $35 plus shipping for a total of $48.06. Next, I'm shipping out this magnetic chess game I picked up at Goodwill. I believe I only paid 99 cents for this. I got it home and it had some damage, I'm pretty sure, some problems. Of course, I put all that in the description, and I just sold it for $10 plus shipping. Probably would have sold it for about $30 if it didn't have the damage. Hopefully the person who bought it read the description. Sometimes they don't. They just think everything's good. But we still made profit on it in the end. Sold this Mr. Coffee Pot replacement, and I got this at Goodwill for $1.99. I sold it for $20 plus shipping for a total of $36.60. Sold this pair of New Balance shoes I paid $5 for at a Goodwill. Sold them for $30 plus shipping for a total of $47.77. Got this troll figure that came out of the vintage toy lot I bought. I got $15 for this. Here are some more Croc deals. I got a pre-owned pair like this, the ones I sold for $70. I sold these for $80 plus shipping. Brand new, got them at a yard sale for $5. $80 plus shipping. Sold this Jabra hands-free call system. I picked this up at Goodwill for $5.99, and I sold it for $60. It's open box. If it was completely sealed, I probably could have got an extra $20 or so. Here is a Scooby-Doo board game Monopoly I picked up at a Goodwill. I think I paid $3 for this. Usually sell my board games on Amazon if possible, but this one didn't have a listing there, so I went ahead and sold it on eBay. I sold it for $30 plus shipping. I sold these Proline water shoes I picked up at a yard sale for $5. Yes, I opened these. I'm glad I did. Apparently I missed a yard sale sticker they had hidden in here. I just checked the listing, and sure enough, it was just out of the photo, so that was lucky. But I sold these for $65, so if they got this with a $5 garage sale sticker, they'd probably... Well, you never know about the person. Some people get really mad about that stuff. Some people are just like, well, whatever, I needed these, so he has to make money too. Some people are more reasonable than other people. And I get asked a lot in comments for some reason if I take garage sale stickers and price stickers off of things, and yes, of course I do. I always take the price stickers off. But yeah, I'm glad I caught it, and it's going to be some good profit. So I bought this blind at a yard sale. I paid 50 cents for it. I thought it might be worth money. And, it's worth a little bit because it's sold. I sold it for $10 plus shipping for a total of $19.97. So in the end, I'm going to make about $8 profit. So it was worth buying, I guess, just barely. An item like this that's larger and bulkier, that you're not making a lot of money, you got to be careful. Got to make sure you get the shipping weight, dimensions, and everything right, because you don't want to get stuck paying an extra $10 if it ships across country on you. That's why items like this, I always do calculated shipping on eBay. Got a pair of New Balance shoes I picked up for $5 at Goodwill, and I sold these for $45 plus shipping. Not all New Balance shoes sell great, but there are some models that do very well. Here I have these X-Files DVDs. I bought these at a yard sale. I paid $1 a piece for them. I also got the complete season. I already sold that. I sold that for like $120. These 3 are brand new sealed. I think they're just like clips and highlights of episodes from various seasons. So they're nothing high dollar. I sold them for $35, free shipping, media mail shipping. Here's a great flip. This Chicago Bulls Jordan jersey champion. It is super clean. I went into a Goodwill and there was a new rack and this was on it. I can't believe no one grabbed it because there was like 5 or 6 people looking through these racks. I grabbed it and I sold it for $100. Got this Micro Machines car case here. I paid $1.99 for it at Goodwill, and I got $40 shipped for it. Probably could have got $150, $200 if all the cars were in there. Next, I have another clothing item I sold. This t-shirt, George Jones, Rockin' with the Possum. Picked this up at Goodwill, I guess for $2.99, I think is their base t-shirt prices. See, the back is also filled with graphic, which is good. And I guess what's even better than that is I sold it for $89.99 plus shipping. Sold some Keen sandals. These are great. These always sell. I can't remember what I paid for these. I think $5 or $6. Sold them for $24.95 plus shipping. Next, I picked up these brand new Skechers at a yard sale. Paid $7 for them. Sold them for $35 plus shipping. However, I think I meant to price these at $39.99. Doesn't matter. We still sold them, made some money. They sold within about a day. Sold this pair of Reebok Classic white shoes. Paid $5 for these at a thrift store, and I sold them for $30 plus shipping. Next, I got a couple pop figures. I picked these up at a yard sale. I paid $1 a piece for them, and I got $25 shipped. I sold this Spell Law book. It's an RPG book. I bought some D&D books, some DC RPG books from the 80s recently from a yard sale. I paid $2 a piece for the boxes. This was randomly in there. It doesn't go with the sets, so I'm selling it separate. Sold it for $30 plus shipping. I picked up these Nike Turbo Shock shoes at a yard sale for $3. I sold them for $24.99 plus shipping. Shipping out some of these Sperry shoes. I don't buy a lot of Sperry's because they're just oversaturated on eBay. But every now and then you find a pair that's cheap enough in a certain model and condition that makes it worth selling. In this case, it was a more rare model, and I paid $5 for these at a Goodwill. Sold them for $24.95 plus shipping. Took about 3 months to sell. Next, I'm shipping out this Homedics massager. I paid $3 for this at a yard sale. It's missing 2 of the attachments. One of the attachments are the ones for the heat setting. So I was only able to sell this for $25, but we still sold it. Made some money. Next, I have this filter. I paid $1 for this at a thrift store. I sold it for $18. Next, I sold this Audio-Technica microphone and wireless transmitter. Paid $5 for this at a Goodwill. Sold it for $45 plus shipping. Picking up this baseball glove I sold. I believe I picked this up at Goodwill for about $5. Maybe I picked it up at a yard sale for less, or a thrift store. I buy a decent amount of gloves, so I don't really remember. I probably didn't pay more than $5 for it, though. I sold it for $29.99 plus shipping. Picked up this pop figure at a yard sale for $5. Sold it for $50, but probably could have got $25 more if it wasn't crushed on the side. But hey, I'll still take the $50 sale. I don't buy a lot of Asics shoes to sell, but these Asics gels, the versions with the gel bottoms here, they do quite well. This might be the pair I got at a thrift store for $1, or it could be the pair I got for $5 at a Goodwill. I don't remember exactly. Either way, I sold them for $34.95 plus shipping for a total of $48.20. Shipping out some filters. I've sold these before actually, and they were a return. Person who bought them said they were the wrong size, so I just relisted them for $24.89, and they sold again. Here I sold some jarts for $2.99. Picked these up at Goodwill. I sold them for $20 plus shipping, so it's some money. Then next, I'm sad to say I sold the Rotten A Game. I've had this sitting on the desk since I've listed it. Just been enjoying its presence, its nice 90s vibe, and I sold it for $35 plus shipping for a total of $55.25. Only paid $1 for it at a yard sale. I will miss you, Rotten Egg. Then I got this Daniel LaRusso action figure from the Karate Kid. Ended up selling this for $30. Here is a nice flip. I got this JVC DVD recorder. It is brand new sealed. I paid up for this. I paid $200 for it. I ended up selling it on eBay for $690 plus shipping. It is an international order, so the buyer paid a lot to have it shipped. Their total was $855.19, so quite a bit going to shipping. I've mentioned many times that these sealed electronics, these vintage ones, they do great. Sold these LL Bean moccasins I got at Salvation Army. I paid, I believe, $5 for them. Sold them for $29.88 plus shipping. Here is a great flip. I got these Nike Lunar TR1s and I paid $3 for them at a garage sale. Sold them for $80 plus shipping for a total of $108.07. Picked up this sleep apnea equipment dryer at a thrift store and I ended up selling it for $90 plus shipping for a total of $116.18. I believe I only paid about $5 for this. Paid $10 for this Hobbit The Battle of Five Armies CD and I sold it for $35. Picked up this Oxygenics shower head at a Lowe's. I paid about $18 for it. Sold it for $35 plus shipping for a total of $54.43. Paid $1 for this at a rummage sale. It is a Accurite weather thermometer. Sold it for $25. A nice clean flip. Got this Ben 10 Omni Battler set at a garage sale. Paid $5 for the bag. Sold it for $28. Some of this Ben 10 stuff is worth quite a bit of money. Picked up this McDonald's game at a sale for $10 and I ended up selling it for $50 plus shipping for a total of $70.22. Unfortunately, it was missing one piece. Otherwise, I could have sold it for more money. Here's a Hero Escape figure I sold. I got a few cents into this. I got a bunch of these at Salvation Army one time, $20 for like a half-size tote of them. Sold this one for $35. Here are a couple of New Balance shoe sales. Each one of these I sold for $25 plus shipping. And I have, I think, $5 maybe into these. Seems like I got these for $1 at a rummage sale. Certainly under $5 in each one. Here's a great flip I got from Salvation Army. Only paid $1.99 for this Wheel of Time paperback book set sealed, but I sold it for $130 plus shipping for a total of $141.83. It was actually selling for more on Amazon. It has a little tear here. I just decided to sell it on eBay. The ROI on this item is just incredible. I picked up these Belleville military style boots, brand new with tags at a Salvation Army. I don't remember what I paid for these, $10, $15 it seems like, but I sold them for $50 plus shipping for a total of $61.54. I'm shipping out this ceiling fan I got at Lowe's. I think I paid about $55, $60 for it. Sold it for $165 plus shipping. Buyer ended up paying $75 to have this item shipped. Gonna be some good profit for me. Picked up this Honeywell thermostat at a rummage sale. It was only $1. I sold it for $20 plus shipping. Here's a Phase 10 dice game. There were two identical ones at a Salvation Army recently, $1 a piece. Both complete and in good condition. Well, almost good condition. This one has a little dent on it, so I priced it a little lower. Sold it for $40. I've mentioned many times on the channel now, this is one of those BOLO items you need to keep an eye out for because you can usually get these cheap and they always sell for around 40, 45 bucks. So I picked up this Arctic Cove personal misting bottle at a rummage sale. It was only $1. I grabbed it and threw it in my bag. It's something I've sold before and I know they sell great. Ended up selling it for $32.99 plus shipping for a total of $49.95. I picked up a bunch of these lightsabers. Some of them are build a lightsaber. Got them at a garage sale. I paid $5 for the bag. Listed them on eBay for $35 plus shipping and they sold. So I got these Kindle Players playbills at a Goodwill. They were in a bag for, I believe, $2.99. Had these priced around $100 because it's hard to tell true value of stuff like this. Been lowering the price and you know what? It went down to $40 and somebody finally picked it up. For only paying $3, it's really good profit. So I bought this John Deere tractor at a garage sale. I paid $40 for it, vintage, brand new. I ended up selling it for $120 plus shipping for a total of $144.73. Nice little flip. Bought this Wagner Ware Magnolite Dutch oven at a Goodwill for $10. Ended up getting $64.62 shipped for it. Could have got more if it was in a little bit better condition, but I'll take those delicious profits. I found these Jagun fighters on the side of a country road where someone was having a sale, was driving by and stopped. Got 4 packages here sealed. I paid $1 a piece for them. Sold them for $40 plus shipping for a total of $55.06. Next, I have a great flip, this water bob. I picked this up at a thrift store for $4. Something you put in your bathtub to turn it into a drinking water storage unit. And yeah, I sold this for $120. Phenomenal flip. So I found these Disney Store plushes at a yard sale. I paid $1 a piece for them. Got them like 2 or 3 years ago. They've been listed for a while. Really surprised it took this long to sell them. I'm not really sure why, but they ended up selling for $25. So that's fine since only paying $1 for them. It's a pretty good profit. Going to be an easy ship. Bought these Christmas spotlights for little Christmas towns at a yard sale. I believe I paid $5 a piece and I ended up selling for $20 a piece for a total of $60. Somebody bought all 3 of them. Bought this Optimus portable tape player and FM radio. Got it at a rummage sale. Only paid $1 for it. Sold it for $20. Paid $2 or $3 for this Transformers set at a garage sale. It is new and sealed. I ended up selling it for $37. Sold this pair of Brooks. I picked these up, I believe, at a rummage sale for like $1. They're in pretty good condition, got some little bit of wear on it, but I was able to sell them for $20 plus shipping. Great profits for as little as I paid. Here's a nice quick flip. This Squeezo strainer garden ways. I've sold this before. They are great to pick up. Bit of a bolo item for you. I paid $10 for this at a garage sale and I sold it for $100 plus shipping. The sell-through rate is actually incredible on these. Usually there's only 1 or 2 on eBay, if any, and you see about 20-30 comps at all times. People want these. Found this sealed Monopoly Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer game in a Goodwill. I think it was about $7 or $8. Originally I was going to sell this on Amazon for like $150, but of course they started restricting Monopoly games. Just ended up putting it on eBay. I priced it like $100. It didn't sell last Christmas. I lowered the price and it sold at $60 plus shipping for a total of $72.38. So that's great profit for what I paid. Here's a cool vintage item, this Babs Bunny from Tiny Toon Adventures binder. This came in a big lot of toys I bought earlier in the year. I paid about $5 for it. I sold it for $30 plus shipping for a total of $43.27. I paid $12 for these Audio Technica headphones at a Goodwill and I ended up selling those for $40. Brand new in box, easy to list, easy to ship, about $10 profit. Sold this Little House on the Prairie DVD set, paid $5 for it, and I sold it for $44. Media mail, free shipping. Got this Miami Dolphins hat. It's an Eastport, not a Sports Authorities, not a Sports Specialities hat, Pro Line starter. All those brands will do much better. Still though, I sold this hat for $40. I paid $5 for it at a garage sale. Here are some Heroescape figures I sold. I bought a huge lot at Salvation Army and I spent about $20 on it. I ended up making hundreds of dollars on that in the end. These 3 zombies I sold for $35. Picked up this Yokai Watch binder. It's got a bunch of those medals in there. And I ended up selling this for $30 plus shipping. An international order, they paid $58 total to receive this. Nice flip, only paying $1.99. Shipping out this pair of Hoka shoes. I paid $10 for these. They are used, but they are in like new condition. You can see the price originally was $150, and that's why these things sell pre-owned so well on eBay. I ended up selling them for $50 plus shipping for a total of $65.42. Certain models of this shoe you can sell pre-owned for $80, $90. Shipping out this new pair of Skechers. I picked these up at a yard sale. I paid $15 for them. Sold them for $55 plus shipping. Not bad, not bad. Sold this Bullseye 2 metal detecting pinpointer. I bought a nice White's metal detector and this was in there with it, so I sold it separately for $95 plus shipping. And I sold the metal detector for like, oh, what was it? Like $500 or more? I don't even remember now. I paid $150 for all of it, so it was good profit in the end. Picked up this nice Nike hat at a Goodwill. I paid $2.99 for it, and I sold it for $19.99. Sold in about 3 days of me listing it. I believe I paid $10 for this Let's Make a Deal game, brand new sealed. I ended up selling it on eBay for $30 plus shipping. Here is what I believe to be a temp regulator. Really don't know anything about this. I saw it at a garage sale. I did a quick lookup. Saw some comps, some similar stuff. selling pretty well, so I went ahead and bought it. Had it listed for a while. It wasn't selling, wasn't getting any interest, so just lowered the price down to $10. I'm selling it as parts basically because I have no idea if it works, if it's in good condition. So sold it for $10 plus shipping. In the end, I still make some money on it. Sold this McGregor baseball glove for $25 plus shipping. Picked it up at a garage sale. I paid only $5 for it. Picked up these Nike Air Max shoes. I believe I paid $5 for them at a yard sale. Sold them for $40 plus shipping for a total of $56.86. Take a look at this awesome Randall Cunningham jacket. I got about $50 into this jacket. You see it's from 1990. It's got that cool Fanimation look to it. Graphic on the back. Front is equally as awesome. NFL Starline, and I sold this jacket for $300 plus shipping. So it's always awesome to find this vintage stuff, be able to flip it for a lot of money. I don't remember what I paid for these Star Trek ornaments, but I ended up selling them for $40. I believe it was this one's not worth a whole lot. This one was selling new for over $50, but I'm pretty sure it's been opened and used. I couldn't tell for sure, so I just ended up lotting these two for $40. They sold quick. I believe I paid $5 for these Stephen King movies. Ended up selling them for $20. Here are some mice and rat repellers. I picked these up at Lowe's for $10 a piece. Somebody bought 3 of them for $75 plus shipping for a total of $92.82. Not bad. Got about $30 into these Insane Clown Posse CDs. I actually got some more. I'm going to be selling those on Amazon. Bigger profits, but this lot right here I ended up selling for $75 plus shipping. Ended up selling these McGregor golf clubs. They are vintage, still in the box. Sold them for $30. Paid $10 for them. Ended up marking them down because I just wanted them gone. They had been sitting. Shipping was $30 on these because of the long size. Of course, buyer pays shipping. Would I buy again? I don't know. Took 5 boxes, Frankensteined it together. We're getting it out, making it happen. Unfortunately, the long boxes that I had just wouldn't fit it. It was just a little too small, so I had to Frankenstein these all together. Sold some of the music cassettes I bought in the $250 cassette lot. I got locally, so I got the Eazy-E. I sold the Eazy-E for $50. That was a good one. Sold this Iron Maiden Piece of Mine for $40. Then this lot of Metallica cassettes are sold for $50 plus shipping going out of the country. So the cassettes are bringing in money. Sold these youth size LeBron Nike shoes. Sold them for $25 plus shipping. I believe I paid $5 for them at Goodwill. I don't remember exactly where I got them. I buy so many shoes. Sold this Fisher Price Dune Buggy for $19. Vintage 1978. If it had the flag, it would be worth a lot more money. But, you know, I only paid $1 for it, so it's profit. Sold this model for $23. I picked it up at a yard sale for only $2. Brand new sealed. After the buyer paid the shipping, it ended up being about $42.40. Got these Gothic Beauty magazines for $10. There's 4 of them here, and I ended up selling them for $45 plus shipping. It's a good magazine to look out for. Sold this Sony M430 microcassette recorder. I picked this up for $1 at a rummage sale. I sold it for $45. Great flip. Sold these 2 head-on lures. Got these for $1 a piece, I believe, out of a tackle box at a garage sale. Ended up selling the lot here for $14. Good return on my investment. I bought this Garmin GPS unit at a Salvation Army. I think I paid $5 or less for it. Sold it for $50 plus shipping for a total of $67.69. I paid about $1 a piece for these Shakespeare Ugly Twist weed trimmer line at Lowe's. I ended up selling 4 of them for $20 plus shipping. Here's a nice flip. I got these Monster High dolls. I'm pretty sure the bag was only $1 at Salvation Army, $1.99 at most. Rest in peace, Salvation Army. I ended up selling these for $60 plus shipping. It's an international order, so the order ended up being $90-some. Monster High, Bratz, those kind of dolls, they sell well. Sold some of these Iron Maiden cassettes I got in that big cassette lot. I paid $250 for. Sold a lot of 3 for $40, and then one of these Piece of Mine for $40. And the reason I sold this one so much cheaper is the cassette wasn't in as good as condition. so I just allotted it with 2 others. But yeah, the cassettes are selling. So I picked up this Don Joy Iceman Clear 3. Got it at Goodwill. I think it was, what, $4.99, maybe $5.99. It's an ice therapy device of some sort. A lot of these medical devices are not that great to sell on eBay. You can get Vero claims. You just have problems in general. It looked like some of the other people listing these, they were being removed. So you know what? I just went over to Mercari and I sold it on there. So this is a Mercari sale. Ended up selling it for $50 plus shipping. Check out this awesome jacket sale. This is a phase 2 jacket. Vintage. It's got flags from all over the world on there. I got this years ago, I think, at a Goodwill. Maybe it was a Salvation Army. Did not pay up for it or anything. I remember just paying the basic $5 to $6 price. You can see the back is equally as awesome, but I ended up selling it for $140 plus shipping. It had a couple small wear spots on it. Otherwise, I probably would have sold it for more. I feel like I just don't find cool vintage stuff like this anymore in the wild. Here's an Emmett Kelly ventriloquist doll. I got this locally for $15. I ended up selling it for $50 plus shipping. Not a bad little flip. He looks really sad to go though. Here is a Coach purse. I got this at Goodwill for $7.99, and I ended up selling it for $30 plus shipping. Second one I've sold this year. I sold one of these Rival Nerf guns. This is a nice one, full auto. I found 2 of these recently in about a 2-week span. 2 different Goodwills, but both $4.99. This one didn't have any of the ammunition, and it actually had a rechargeable battery pack when I opened it. Because of needing a charging cord to recharge the power pack, I had to lower the price a little bit, but there are people out there with chargers that want multiple ones of these, so I knew it would sell. I also didn't have ammo, so I priced it at $50 plus shipping. Shipping was quite expensive, like $35 to ship this. Here's another one of these Yadro figures I sold. I got 3 of these at a Goodwill recently. It was only $3.99 a piece. This one I ended up selling for $130 plus shipping. If you can tell what it is, it's actually a child pushing a wheelbarrow full of flowers. And I could have got maybe $250 for this. I priced it lower because looking at it, it looks like some of the flowers may have come loose and are missing. I looked at some of the other comps on eBay. It looked like it had a bit more flowers. Otherwise, it's in good shape. I disclosed that, priced it lower, and it did sell for $130 plus shipping. Again, I paid $3.99 for it, so it's great profit. I'm not too worried about that. Plus, it has the box, which should help it survive shipping a bit better. Of course, I'll be putting this box in another box. I won't just slap a label on this box with something like this. I found this brand new in package Woody from Toy Story. I paid $10 for it at Goodwill. It does work. The box has some damage, unfortunately. I did disclose that, of course, in the listing. Priced it appropriately and sold it for $40 plus shipping. Not a bad sale. If this one was actually the original one, the vintage one, would have been about $400. Maybe more. So I picked up a couple of these Guitar Hero guitars. They're not high end or anything like that. I paid $2.99 a piece for them, and I ended up selling them for $35 plus shipping. No dongles or anything like that with them, but it's still some good profit coming in from them. So I ended up selling a vintage Ninja Turtles Krang. Not this one though. This is one I found at Goodwill years ago, but I picked up a Ninja Turtles collection recently off Facebook Marketplace that had the Krang and the Krang box. I'm keeping the box. I paid $150 for an incredible collection. Check out the video for that if you didn't see it. But I sold this one loose for $160 plus shipping. Like I said, I paid $150 for that whole collection. So this pays for the collection. It was a great pickup indeed. And of course, what makes this Krang more valuable is just the fact that it has the stickers. It's in good condition. These stickers don't last. In fact, just me touching this thing, the stickers started falling off. I had to put a little bit of glue on a couple of them. The only time these stickers really survive the 30 plus years is if they're in a collection and they're just not touched, and that was the case with this. I'm having a hard time remembering where I got this vintage Stephen King book. I found and sold a few good ones for about $75 this past year. I probably got it at Goodwill for $3 or garage sale for like a quarter, rummage sale, something like that. Now this one I sold for $20 plus shipping, so not as much as some of the others I sold, but still, that's a great little flip. And another pair of these cannonballs, sold them for $20. You can find these in the Goodwill mix bags or mix likes toy bags at a thrift store. They get lost. People are always looking for them. Here's a pair of Wolverine women's work boots. Got these at Goodwill for only $5, and I ended up selling them for $40 plus shipping. And these were an international order. Here is a great flip, this Brother fax machine and phone. Found this at Goodwill for $14.99. It was brand new, sealed. I sold it for $230 plus shipping. So anything like this, brand new and sealed, you can get quite a bit of extra money for. Sold the last of my Coast flashlights I got at Home Depot. I believe I paid $7 or $8 a piece for them. Sold them for $28. Had 6 or 7 of them, and they all sold. Picked up this pair of Reebok shoes at Goodwill. I paid $5 for them, and I sold them for $30 plus shipping, and it is an international order. These were very clean. Reebok isn't a super hype brand anymore, but these are very clean and kind of cool looking, so they sold. Here's a Wilson glove. I got this locally for $5, and I sold it for $25. Sold some of these Z-Coil boots. Got like 10 pairs of boots at Goodwill recently. They were all only $5. Unbelievable. I ended up selling these for $80 plus shipping. Would have been able to sell them for a bit more. They had some wear spots on them, but I'm happy to take the $80 considering what I paid. So here is a bra I sold. I actually got this from a box of Amazon returns, a mystery box of Amazon returns. A company sent me a box, asked me to do a video unboxing, and I said, sure, why not? Let's see what you got. This bra was in there along with some other bras. If I remember correctly, I already sold one, but this one I ended up selling for $19, so I'll take it. So here's kind of a strange sale. I sold this Miss Pac-Man handheld game that plugs into the TV. Sold it on eBay. Has this little like expansion port on it, which most of the models do not. The ones I sell on Amazon for more money do not have this expansion port. So it's kind of weird because you sell it on eBay for less money. I could probably still sell it on Amazon. I don't think anyone would complain that they got a different model with the expansion port because it's a better unit, but you're not getting any extra money for it. And if you sell it on eBay, you can get some extra money for it. However, you're not getting as much as if you're just selling it as a basic one on Amazon. So you know what? I just sold it on eBay anyway for $30 plus shipping. I still made great money on it because I think I only paid like $2.99 for it. Here is a Duckbach vintage jacket, new with tags. I found this at Goodwill. I believe I paid just the jacket price of about $4.89 is all. Usually they charge the coat price or something like this, but if I remember correctly, I did get the jacket price. It was a good flip. I flipped it for $89.99 plus shipping, going to California, so the buyer paid $20-some to have it shipped. Sold this Realtree jacket, got this at Walmart for $12. Sold it for $40 plus shipping. Picked up 2 of these that day. Here's a Magnavox VCR. I ended up selling this for $50 plus shipping. This is one I got locally. I got about $7, $8 into it. From where I bought 3 VCRs for $20. Here's a new with tags baseball glove. I picked this up at Walmart. I believe they were like $7. Got a few of them. This one sold for $35 plus shipping. Sold some of these New Balance work shoes. Got these at Goodwill for $5. I sold them for $35 plus shipping. That's a good amount of profit. Sold these New Balance boots for $40. I probably could have got some more money on these, but they did have a little bit of wear. I cleaned them up, shined them up a little, so they started looking pretty good. Was able to sell them for $40 plus shipping. I believe I paid $5 for these. Here are all the Harry Potter books. I sold these for $50 plus shipping. Not sure how much I have into them because I got these at just different places like garage sales, thrift stores, Goodwill. Once I got all of them, put them in a lot, sold them for $50 plus shipping. Sold the last 2 of these filters. I got a bag of 5 or 6 of these at Goodwill. I think I paid $5.99 for the bag. You see the boxes are in pretty bad shape, but the filters inside are new and sealed. Somebody bought 2 of these for $75. So overall, that bag was worth a lot of money. Got this vintage ice cream maker. Got this, I believe, from a thrift store for about $3. It's an international order. I sold it for $24.99 plus shipping. Buyer's total was over $70. Here are some cat work shoes. Picked these up for $5 at Goodwill, and I sold them for $20 plus shipping. Could have got more, but they have a little bit of wear. Here is a Mizuno youth baseball glove. I don't remember exactly where I got this. This might be one I got at a thrift store for like 50 cents or $1. I actually have 3 almost identical to this, just different models. Almost shipped out the wrong one. I'm glad I double checked. But I sold this for $20. Little bread and butter item. Here is a Sanyo VCR. I got about $7-ish into this. I ended up selling it for $48 plus shipping. Nice VCR flip. Here are some vacuum bags. These came in a lot of just stuff I bought from somebody. So I really have no money into them because they were just in there. They weren't bought because of these. However, I did sell them for $15. So some extra money coming in. Here is a laser comb Prima 7. This is some sort of laser hair growth device. Picked this up at a Goodwill for $5.99. It is brand new, sealed inside, open box. I ended up selling it for $50 plus shipping. Here is some of the Fisher-Price vintage pirate figures and boat. I got these. They came in a big bag of a bunch of other figures, which I've already made a good amount of money on, so this is just icing on the cake, if you will. I sold this set for $30 plus shipping. Here is a brand new pair of Skechers shoes. I got these at a Goodwill for only $5. Sold them for $45 plus shipping. Picked up this electric water heater timer at a Goodwill. I paid $5.99 for it. Sold it for $30 plus shipping. Box is a little beat up. New open box. So here's an interesting flip. I got this Roku One, I guess the original Roku sealed. I remember getting these at a Walmart on clearance years ago. This somehow ended up in my death pile or was separated for whatever reason because I sold all the other ones I picked up. Years later, I have found it. I put it on eBay for $35 and it has sold. I would imagine I got somewhere between $5 and $10 into this. Here is a vintage Fisher-Price record player. Late 70s, early 80s, I believe. I picked this up at a garage sale. I did not pay much for it. It seems like I paid $1, maybe $2. It was clean. The lady said that she didn't even think it was ever really used, so I bought it. And I sold it for $30 plus shipping. Sold these Monster Inc. Adidas shoes. Pretty cool. Picked these up at Goodwill for $5. Unfortunately, they got some dirt and wear on the edges. Still pretty good physical condition. Sold them for $30 plus shipping. So here is this Ertl Ranch set, which I ended up selling for $100 plus shipping. It is not 100% complete even. Bought this kind of by accident. I was at a garage sale. I saw one of the Fisher-Price pirate ships in a big box. I'm like, oh, I can part that out. The box was $5. This set was also in there. Did a little bit of research. I'm like, wow, this is worth some money. Took about 6 months to sell, but got $100 plus shipping. Here is this Caterpillar vest I got at a Goodwill for $4.89, and I ended up getting $41.14 for it. Here is a CD set, How to Develop Intimacy with the Holy Spirit. Got this at Salvation Army with a bunch of other DVDs, and I've sold a bunch, made my money back. So this is just money on top of that, and I sold this one for $13. Here's one of these Louis L'Amour books. I bought a bunch of these at a garage sale. Man, I think it's been like 2 years ago. I thought I had sold them all. Made some really good profit on all of them, but this one sold, and this one seems to be the last one. I don't see any more on my bookshelf, so a little bit of extra money on top of all the profits I already got. Sold this for $18. Here is this Christmas stocking cross stitch. Now, I bought this recently. I listed it. It sold within 2 days. Didn't think it would sell that fast, but I priced it at $40. There's a couple other people that had theirs priced at $40 and some $60, even someone $100. Maybe this is one of those items I should just price $60 and let it sit till Christmas. I paid $5 for it, sold it for $40, so in the end I made good profit regardless. I believe I paid $2.99 at Goodwill for this Wii game holder, and I sold it for $15, so just a nice little flip here. Here's a great flip. I picked up this Samsung Blu-ray disc DVD player. It is new, sealed. Found it in Goodwill for $20, and I sold it for $150 plus shipping. I may have tried to sell this on Amazon if there wasn't some stickers and box damage. Probably could have got more. Samsung may be a restricted brand at this point. I don't know. It's been a while since I've sold anything Samsung, but still ends up being a great flip. Here is this Sekonic light meter. I got this at Goodwill for $3.99. Up selling it for $18. Is in good condition. Some of these can be worth a lot more than $18, certain models, so worth keeping an eye out for. So I paid $2.99 for this at Goodwill, a Batman Begins Trapper Keeper type thing. I ended up selling it for $14 plus shipping, so I made right around $10 profit on it. I think it was worth picking up. Sold these Asics shoes. I don't remember where I got them at this point. It's just too many Asics and shoes being found and sold, but I assume I probably got them at Goodwill for about $5 because I wouldn't pay more than $5 for them. And I sold them for $30 plus shipping. Here is a Honeywell humidifier that I got at Lowe's, and I thought I was paying $45. I got two of these. I thought I was paying $45 a piece. Turns out I noticed later on the receipt that they charged me $67 for these. In the end, I decided to keep them because I still was able to sell this one for $165 plus shipping. So I'm pretty much doubling my money on them. This is an international order, which is kind of surprising. I guess it's going to Canada. The buyer paid a decent amount of shipping on this. And this is why if you're doing international shipping, it's good just to do calculated shipping, because if you don't have the exact dimensions and weight in, you may get charged extra when eBay goes to ship this internationally, because they're only charging based on the information that you put in. So if you have this at 5 pounds instead of 12 pounds, different dimensions, you may end up being charged $20 or $30 more. So it's best just to have everything calculated accurately, so there's no surprises. I sold these Star Trek mugs. They came from, I believe, Burger King originally. I ended up getting these in a lot I bought at a Salvation Army where a bunch of kind of vintage toys came out. They hadn't priced them yet, and the lady just said I could have them all for $50 or something. I don't remember. These are some of the things that were in the cart. So I've already made money back on all the really good stuff, but still I was able to sell these for $18, and actually it was a subscriber that bought them, so I really appreciate that. Picked up these Animate Wolf slippers at a Goodwill for $5. Actually, I may have paid $2.99 if they charged me the slipper price. They probably didn't, I don't remember for sure. Anyway, they're in great condition, but when I went to list them, I saw that this tail had been kind of cut off at the tip and re-sewn. It's hardly noticeable though, but I did mark them down about $10 because I just wanted to move them. I didn't know if somebody would still want them, and they probably wasn't going to pay full price. So I priced them $20 plus shipping, so I still made great profit on them in the end. Just, not the $30 to $40 I was kind of hoping to get. Sold some Justin boots, and I don't remember exactly where I got these because for about 2 or 3 weeks there, I was finding an insane amount of boots. I found like 10 pairs in one Goodwill and kept finding them randomly at other places. These might have been the Justin boots I found at a thrift store for only $1. If not, I only paid $5 for these at a Goodwill. Either way, I sold them for $35 plus shipping, so not a bad flip at all. Here's a Homedics palm massager. Got this at a thrift store for $3 and I sold it for $40 plus shipping. Check out this awesome sale. This is a Vanna White vintage leather jacket. It is new with tags. I picked this up at a rummage sale for only $1 and I sold it for $80 plus shipping. I believe it took about 6 months to sell. Sold this Pyrex dish. Got this at a Goodwill for $6.99 and I sold it for $29.99 plus shipping. So my profit in the end will be right around $22. Took about 5 days to sell after I listed it. Here's some really good flips on these 8-track cassettes I got at a garage sale. I paid $1 a piece for these. I just bought a few of these there because they were decent bands. Turns out one of them is actually very rare and valuable. The Bruce Springsteen here, you can see they have a lot of damage on them where they're untested. So I didn't know what they would actually sell for. I decided to do an auction. I started the auction at $10. Ended up selling for $20.50, so I'm thrilled with that one. In much better condition, I probably could have sold that for $50. Then we got this Kiss Animalize, and this one is very rare. In mint condition, I would probably price this $500, and I bet it would sell. In this condition, untested, you can see it's just, the label's not good at all. Who knows if it works? I started the auction at $10 and it ended up selling for $153 plus shipping. It's actually going to Canada, so buyer paid about $25 to have it shipped there. It's a shame it wasn't in better condition because this is what you would consider a holy grail find, I guess. It's unfortunate I didn't know that when I bought it. I just thought, oh, some nice rock and metal 8-tracks. Maybe I can lot these together and make a few bucks at $0.25. Sure, I'll buy it. Still, $0.25 and $153. I'll take it any day. So here is a great flip. This Bernina sewing machine. I got this at a garage sale. I paid $100 for it. It had a bunch of the feet and other pieces that came with it. I've been selling some of the parts and I got about $500 in parts. I've already made my money back on the sewing machine and ended up selling the sewing machine for $500 plus shipping. So in the end, I'm gonna make about $1,000 on this sewing machine once everything sells. So extremely happy that I took a chance on it. So these Brooks Launch 7 shoes, got these for $5, I believe, at Goodwill. Sold them for $29 plus shipping. So I picked up these I Survived books at a Salvation Army. New sealed set, and I paid $12 for them. Sold them for $60 plus shipping. Took about a year and a half to sell these, but definitely worth it. Sold these Angry Birds soap dispenser and toothbrush holder, shower hooks. Got about $3 a piece in these. Picked them up at Goodwill. Sold them for $25 plus shipping for a total of $41.13. Sold these New Balance shoes. Got these at a Goodwill for $5, and I sold them for $23 plus shipping. Here's a Panasonic 5-disc CD player and speakers with remote. Found this at a Goodwill for $25, and I sold it for $115 plus shipping. Sold in less than 2 weeks. And yes, I am going to package this. I'm going to put bubble wrap and protect it very well. It's just how I stored it in this box. I'm not shipping it just like this because it probably wouldn't survive the trip. But in the end, it ended up being great profit. Here is a pair of Ortho Feet shoes. Got these at Goodwill for $5. Actually got 3 pairs of different ones that day. Sold these for $39 plus shipping. Here are a couple of Betty Boop toys. Got these at a garage sale years ago, and I mostly bought them because of the price. I believe the motorcycle was like $2 and this one was like $1. The motorcycle one has been open. This one's still new. Some of the voices work, some of them don't. I think the motorcycle works and the voice doesn't. This one's voice does. So they had some problems. They ended up in the death pile for years, but I'm finally getting around to listing them. I just listed them for $25 plus shipping because I wanted them to move. And based on what I paid for them, I still made about 20 bucks, so I'll take it. Here's one of these nativity scene figures. Picked up a bunch of these at Goodwill for $12.99. Sold this one for 20 bucks, so this one pretty much pays for all of them. From here on out, it's just profit. Here's a pair of these Adidas Superstar Top 10s. Sold these for $40 plus shipping, and I paid $5 for them at a Goodwill. Sold this Youth Mizuno baseball glove. Got this at a Goodwill for $2, and I sold it for $18. It's not huge profits, but these things are easy to sell and ship. Sold this pair of Brooks shoes. Got these at Goodwill for $5, and I sold them for $20 plus shipping. Sold this amazing Nike glove. Got this for only $2 at Goodwill, and I sold it for $58 plus shipping for a total of $69.78. It was listed for about a month. Sold a Bernina sewing machine foot. Now, I bought one of these sewing machines, pretty valuable one at a garage sale, for $100, and a bunch of these pieces were with it. These feet are actually really good money. This whole little tote here is valued at about $400. I sold this number 4 here, which I sold for $20, which is about the lowest valued one in here. But I already made the money back on the sewing machine, so that's paid for. Sold this Mecha Godzilla. I got this at Goodwill for $3.99. Sold it for $30 plus shipping. It only took a week and a half to sell. Sold these Lemax Christmas figures. I believe I paid $2 a piece for these at a Goodwill. Sold them for $25, and they're going to Spain. Sold this poly tubing sealer, impulse sealer. Got this at a Salvation Army. Salvation Army sticker was on there. It said $17.99. I think I got it half off though. Either way, I sold it for $120 plus shipping, so made a decent amount of profit on that. Here is a Toshiba VCR with remote. Paid $7 for this at a Goodwill. Tested it. It's working great. Sold it for $48 plus shipping. It took 2 days to sell. So I sold a bunch of these Time Life Western books. We have to ship these in 2 boxes. It's just too heavy to put everything in one box. Of course, I'm shipping a media mail, so it's not going to be that bad. Buyer did pay $40 some for shipping, so that should probably cover it. But I sold them for $89.99 plus shipping. Paid $20 for them at a garage sale. Happy to see them go. They've taken up a lot of space. I believe I had them priced like $120 for a while, and just recently marked them down to $89.99. And they actually sold twice. Somebody bought them last night and then had an order cancellation request, so I accepted that, and then someone else bought them right after that. So apparently $89.99 is the sweet spot. I'll take it. Free up this space. Sold this Vanguard backpack. I paid $1 for this at a rummage sale, and I sold it for $35 plus shipping. Some of these camera bags are really good. Here's a couple pairs of shoes. I sold these Nike Air shoes. Got these at a garage sale. I believe it was $25 is what I paid for them. And I sold them for $85 plus shipping. Well, they've been listed for about 9 months. A lot of people watching them, a lot of people trying to lowball me, but I held off and got my $85, so I'm happy with that. Then I sold these rare Skechers D-Lite shoes, really cool pink design, and actually a subscriber of the channel bought these. So I appreciate that, and I hope you enjoy them. Sold these for $35 plus shipping. Paid $5 for them at a Goodwill. So this is a bit of a mystery. This is a power adapter. I found it on my recliner. I don't know where it came from. No clue at all. I looked up the model number on it and saw that it went with a spinal stem. I'm not even sure what that is exactly. There's only one comp on eBay, with one sold for $15, so I just put mine on there for $20, and well, it sold within 24 hours for $20. It's just confusing to me because I really don't know where this came from. Hopefully it didn't go with something I was selling. I can't think of anything I had. Maybe it fell out, but you know, it's sold now. I sold it for $20. No idea where it came from. Here's a couple of these Bernina sewing machine feet. Got these in a sewing machine lot. Sold this one for $20 and this one for $25, or vice versa. One of them for $25, one of them for $20. So not bad. Got these Norelco shaver heads. Picked up 2 of these at a rummage sale for 50 cents a piece, so I got $1 into them. Sold one here for $40. I love finding these things because they always sell and you usually get them cheap. Sold 2 more of these Bernina sewing machine feet. Sold one for $40 and one for $30. So I picked up this wig at a Goodwill for $5. I ended up selling it for $50 plus shipping. Don't know much about these, but ends up being a pretty good sale in the end. Would buy again, that's for sure. Took, I don't know, 4 months to sell maybe. I sold this vintage Berryman hat. I don't remember exactly where I got this. Probably a garage sale, rummage sale, very cheap. I sold it for $25, so nice little flip. Here is a Grimlock Transformers figure. I got this in a Transformers lot I bought last year. Paid $900 for everything. I think I've made my money back by now, and I sold this one for $40 plus shipping. And I still got literally hundreds of Transformers to sell. Here's this Max Living spinal care lumbar kit thing. Got it at Goodwill for $10. I ended up selling it for $50 plus shipping. Might have been able to get a little bit more, but I just wanted this big thing gone, and I didn't know how long it was going to sit because there wasn't a lot of reliable comps. Happy it sold within about a week and a half. Here is a sports armband radio sealed. I paid, I think, $2 or $3 for this at Goodwill. I sold it for $15. Got some of these sump pumps at a Home Depot. I paid $50 a piece for them. Got 5 or 6, and I sold this one for $130 plus shipping. Here are some Justin boots. These came from a Goodwill. I paid $5 for them. And I sold them for $50 plus shipping. So nice boot flip here. Sold the second pair of these Propay shoes that I got at Goodwill. I found 2 pairs the exact same size. Size 17 3E. Very big shoes. Paid $5 for them, and I sold them for $30 plus shipping. Got $1 into this America and the Bible DVD set. Got this at a thrift store for $1. I sold it for $15. Here's a sealed Fast and the Furious model. Got this at Goodwill for $5.99. I sold it for $50 plus shipping. New sealed stuff, just easy to sell. Here's a couple pairs of shoes. I sold these Under Armour shoes or boots, I guess you would classify them as, for $40 plus shipping. I got these Nike shoes I sold for $20 plus shipping. Paid $5 a piece for these at Goodwill, I believe. Not 100% sure on these Nike shoes. I may have paid less at a rummage sale or something. Regardless, good profit. Got this Zero water filter at a Home Depot. I don't remember exactly what I paid for this. Somewhere around $7 or $10. Sold it for $30 plus shipping. It's going out of the country, so I paid over $100 to get it. Sold 4 of these Brita Stream filters. 2 packs. I paid, I think it was $2.99 a piece for these at Goodwill. I got $60 for them. Great return on my investment. Sold some of these vintage Fisher-Price Knights, and I believe these are the ones that came from a Goodwill. I paid like $2.99 for the bag. They're in amazing condition. I was able to sell these 10 figures for $50. I've sold them multiple times in the past. Anytime I find them at garage sales or thrift stores, I pick them up. Here is a two-hearted ale cooler. I got this at a rummage sale. I paid $5 for it. Got it last year. It has finally sold for $65 plus shipping, so a great flip on this. Here is this Sony DVD VCR combo. I don't remember where I picked this up at this point. Got $20 or less in it almost certainly, and I sold it for $110 plus shipping. So here is this Xerox drum cartridge. I picked this up at a garage sale. I forgot it even existed. I only paid a quarter or 50 cents for it. I bought it blind because some of these are worth an absolute fortune. They go to certain machines that a business uses. They can pay up to $1,000 for certain cartridges. So of course when it's 50 cents, I'm picking it up. However, it wasn't great. I ended up selling it for $10 plus shipping. And I guess it sat for about 2 years. So happy to see it go. Probably wouldn't pick up if I actually scanned it and checked it, but like I said, I just bought it blind and just ended up listing it. Here is the Bernina walking foot that came with a sewing machine I got with a bunch of pieces. I've been selling the pieces, already sold the sewing machine, and a bunch of other stuff. I'm well into the profit. Once everything sells, I'll be making right around $1,000 profit on the deal. Sold this walking foot for $110 plus shipping. Here's a couple shoe sales. I sold the Solomon shoes. I don't remember where I got them, what I paid for them. I'm sure it was $5 or less. Sold them for $23 plus shipping. And I got these Ariat boots. I got these at Goodwill for $5, and I sold these for $45 plus shipping. Here is a Max Living dual purpose CTU vertical pull adapter. Got this at Goodwill for $7.99, and I sold it for $40 plus shipping. Had a larger thing also I got from Max Living, and it sold as well. They sold quicker than I thought. Thought they might sit a while. Took about 3 weeks to sell. Here's one of these first gear moving van models. I got these at Goodwill, and I got 4 of them, I believe, for about $7.99. Sold this one for $50 plus shipping. Here's a pair of Reebok shoes. I got these at Goodwill, kind of cool looking. Paid $5 for them, and I sold them for $50 plus shipping. Here are some 1989 Batman Converse shoes. This was a local buy. I paid $15 for these, if I remember correctly. Unfortunately, they do have a little bit of damage right here. One of the grommets has come off. Still, I was able to sell them for $35 plus shipping. Now, they took about 8 months to sell, I believe, so I'll take the profits. Here are 3 pieces to the 1994 Fisher-Price pirate ship. Got one of the pirate ships for $5 at a garage sale. Been parting it out. Already made good amounts of money. Here's some more. $17 is what I sold these for. I picked up this ultrasound electric toothbrush at Goodwill for $6.99. It is new. Now I went to price this. I was planning on just pricing it $50. There's no real comps. I thought it was just kind of a off-brand type thing. But as I was doing some research, I found a YouTube video, and I was wondering what the price was. So I watched that, and they mentioned that they bought that toothbrush for $200. I'm like, whoa, I can't price this $50. So I went ahead and tried $130 plus shipping, and it sold within 24 hours, so I probably could have priced it even more. I also saw on Amazon that there was another brand of electric toothbrush that was ultrasound that was selling for around $200. Also, there was even another one that was selling for like $30. So I didn't know if the ultrasound made it anything special. I've never really heard of it before, but I guess keep an eye out for this toothbrush. $130 plus shipping. Here are some deck fasteners. I got these quite a while ago, maybe 2 years ago. It seems like at Home Depot. Forget what I paid for them exactly, but I sold all 6 here for $140 plus shipping. Here's a small sale. Paid $2 for these soccer cards at a Goodwill. I sold them for $13. Here is a giant Power Rangers figure. I got this at a garage sale this past year. I'm not the biggest Power Rangers fan. If I was, I would just keep this and display it. If it was Ninja Turtles or something, like a giant Krang like that one, just large like this, that would be so cool. Anyway, I got this at a garage sale for $5. I was expecting to sell this for around $60 plus shipping. What I didn't notice was he has some damage right there. So I marked it down. I priced it $30 plus shipping, and it has sold. Still a great piece. Pretty cool find. Gonna be a little bit of a pain to ship. Buyer paid, I think $23 to get this. Here's another Bernina sewing machine foot. These been selling like hotcakes. This one sold for $25. Here is a new open thermostat. Got this at Goodwill for $5.99. I sold it for $30 plus shipping, ending me with about $20 profit. Here's a pair of worn down Jordans. Got these at Goodwill. Paid $5 for them, and I sold them for $20 plus shipping. Too bad they weren't in better condition. Here is a pair of Bose speakers. Got these at a rummage sale for $5. And I sold them for $40 plus shipping. Here is a North Face jacket. Got this at Goodwill. Paid $5 for it. I sold it for $45 plus shipping. So great flip. Sold these framed puzzles vintage. Got these locally for $5 and I sold them for $25. Plus shipping. Sold these Maxell DVD-RW camcorder disc and actually grabbed these at a rummage sale very quickly. I thought they were sealed, and usually I sell this stuff on Amazon for pretty good money sealed. However, they are open and actually missing 4 of the discs. Still, I was able to sell them on eBay for $16.99. So I paid $1 for them, and I'm going to make at least $5 profit on them, get my dollar back, make some money, so it's all good in the end. Here are some Asics shoes, and I don't remember where exactly I got these. I pick up so many similar pairs of shoes. I got somewhere between $1 and $5 into them. I don't see myself paying more than $5 for these. But I sold them for $30 plus shipping. I picked up a food processor at Goodwill. I paid $5.99 for it, and I'm parting it out. Sold these parts for $30 plus shipping, so that propels me into the profits. Once I sell the rest, there'll be even more on top of that. Here is a fireplace log set. I got these from Home Depot. Actually was going to use them in my home. They didn't fit my fireplace, but I was able to sell them on eBay and actually make a little bit of money. Seems like I was making about $20 or $25 profit. I forget what I paid for them exactly. I sold them for $80 plus shipping, so probably paid around $20 or $30 for them, something like that. This is big and bulky. I'm glad to see it go. Here's some Build-A-Bear skis and skates. Got these in a box of Build-A-Bear stuff at a Goodwill. Don't remember a lot of the details. I think I paid like $20 for the box, and it was just mixed stuff. Seems like there's a Star Wars set in there or something. Anyway, I sold these for $20 plus shipping. Definitely made profit on that box. Here is a Swoops helicopter. This is the second one of these I've sold this year. I found this one for $3.99 at Goodwill. I sold it for $30 plus shipping. If you happen to find it with the vehicles that go inside of this thing, then it's even more money. Here's a couple of older books, Treasury of True and Post Treasury. You know, I can't remember where I got these exactly. Probably 3 or 4 years ago. I picked them up. Definitely don't have much into them. I sold them for $18. Happy to see them go. Here is a Hitachi VCR, no remote. Got this at a garage sale for about $2. Sold it for $35. So here's some of this Fire King stuff I got recently. And if you didn't catch the video, go check that out. Awesome find on this stuff. I talked about it in a video. Literally a week later, I find a bunch of it. I'm breaking down the mugs. I got 15 mugs and some other stuff, and I'm selling them in lots of 4. I sold this first lot of 4 for $240 plus shipping. And these are in amazing condition. They're the C handles and the thick ones, heavy ones, which are worth a bit more money. When it's all said and done, you know, I'm making at least $1,000 on this stuff. We're going to make sure these are packaged very well. Going to wrap them in heavy construction paper and then bubble wrap and pack them tight. First set of 4 took less than a week to sell. Here are a bunch of G.I. Joe accessories, vintage. Found these at a garage sale. I paid $0.25 for all of them, and I decided to do an auction on them because I didn't want to list them individually. A lot of them are only worth like, you know, $2 to $5. Though I probably could have made more money listing them individually and just waiting for all of them to sell, but went ahead and just sold them all on auction for $38.42 plus shipping. So for paying a quarter, that's some really good profit coming in. Here's a big mouth Billy Bass, and this is a very special big mouth Billy Bass. I picked this up at Goodwill for $10, and I've sold them before. The Billy Bass, the original ones, you get a little bit of money for them, profit if you're getting them cheap enough. However, this is a newer one, and it works with Amazon and Bluetooth. So I saw it at Goodwill for $10. I'm like, oh, I'll look it up. I walked past it at first, and this is actually new in box. And the value on this, well, I sold it for $190 plus shipping, over $200 total. I guarantee you a lot of people selling these are just not going to know about them, but a phenomenal flip, and I'll be looking for some more of these, that's for sure. Here is a DDR Super Deluxe dance pad. It says the foam on the bottom. Pretty rare, a great sale. I paid $4.99 for this at a Goodwill, and I sold it for $125 plus shipping. Somebody bought it yesterday and canceled the order, and then I relisted it and it sold today. Took about 4 months to sell, so not that bad for easily $100 profit. Here's a brand new pair of Fila shoes. Got these at a rummage sale. Only paid $3 for them. I sold them for $30 plus shipping. I love finding new stuff. It's easy to list and easy to sell. Here is this Axe Youth baseball bat. Got this at Goodwill for $2.99, and I sold it for $40 plus shipping. Sold in less than a week. Nice flip. Here is a lot of 11 Stephen King books I've just collected from various places. Got anywhere from a quarter to, $3 max. I wouldn't be paying more than $3 for a basic Stephen King book, unless it, was something special, vintage, that I could sell for a lot of money. So probably less than $20 into these books, and I sold them for $50 plus shipping. Here are these Panasonic speakers that come with a 5-disc CD player, tape player. I ended up selling the CD player for about $90 plus shipping. I had it listed with the speakers. The person sent me a message and told me not to ship the speakers. They didn't want any other discount, so I got basically a free pair of speakers. Very, very, very rare that's ever happened, if ever. But I ended up selling these speakers for $30 plus shipping, so just some extra money in my pocket. I'll happily take it. I bought a couple of these bronze shavers at a Goodwill. They were $5.99 a piece. I sold one really quick for $45 plus shipping, and about a year and a half later, the other one has sold for $45 plus shipping. Not sure why the second one took so long to sell, but I'm happy with the profits. Here is this pirate troll plush. I got this at a garage sale a couple years ago. Paid a quarter, 50 cents for it, something like that. Sold it for $15. Here is the last of these First Alert fire home extinguishers. Got around 10 of these at a Lowe's a year and a half ago or so. Only paid like $2 a piece for them. Insane clearance price. This is the final one, and I sold it for $25 plus shipping. Sold a couple pair of San Antonio Shoe Company shoes. Here's a pair of these tan ones. I don't remember exactly where I got these, but I sold them for $20 plus shipping. Then I have this new pair of black ones, and I got these at a rummage sale for only $1. I sold them for $90 plus shipping. So these shoes are big money if you can find them new, that's for sure. I've sold 3 or 4 pairs of new San Antonio Shoe Company shoes over the years. I remember I even sold a pair I got at a garage sale for $1. I think I got about 120 for those, but some insane profit for what I paid on these shoes. Here's a sealed DVD set, The Divine Defense. Got this at a thrift store for $1, and I sold it for $35. Incredible return on my dollar investment. Here's a Bernina sewing machine foot. This is another one I got from the Bernina sewing machine and parts lot. Sold this one for $45, and of course in the end I'm gonna make right around $1,000 on everything. Paid $100 for it all. Here's some cleaner for aligners and retainers. Got these at Walmart for about $5 a piece. Sold them for $35 plus shipping for a total of $44.09. Here is a Homedics massager. Got this at a Goodwill for $5, and I sold it for $30 plus shipping. Glad it sold because I just found one at a garage sale for $3, and I'm gonna list that for the same price. Here's a great flip here. I got this dual trunking lantern. A great flip right here, dual trunking. A great flip right here. I got this dual trunking scanner. Got this at a rummage sale. Only paid $1 for it, and I sold it for $100 plus shipping. Sold in less than a week. Here are a pair of Brooks shoes. I believe I got these at a rummage sale for $1, and I sold them for $20 plus shipping. Here's a Jurassic World dinosaur. I thought I had sold all of these from a lot I got last year. This one still remained. Sold it for $25 plus shipping. So I'm already in the profit from the lot. So this is just extra free money. I have these IKEA Stockholm, I guess, candle holders. Found these at Goodwill, I think for about $5. Sold them for $30 plus shipping. I'm going to tell you the secret right now how to sell stuff on eBay. Anything that's been sitting in your inventory for a long time and you've forgotten about, all you have to do is touch it or move it. So many times I just come across inventory, I'm like, oh, I forgot I even had that listed. This will probably take a while to sell. I'll touch it or I'll move it and it sells the same day. It's crazy how often that happens. You can let me know in the comments if anyone else has that happen to them. But a great flip at $5, $30 plus shipping. Got these new Skechers shoes at a garage sale last year. I don't remember exactly what I paid for them, $10 or $15, but I sold them for $50 plus shipping. So nice flip on these Skechers shoes. I just picked up a new pair of Skechers shoes like this at a garage sale, and I thought those were the ones that sold, and I went to ship them, and then I realized I haven't even listed those yet. So funny, I found another pair, and then this pair sells. I'm glad I didn't ship the wrong pair. That would have been terrible. Here is a vintage Garfield plush head. I paid $5 for this. I sold it for $20 plus shipping. Only took about 3 days to sell. I'd probably price it a little low. There weren't any comps for it, but some similar ones were listed and they weren't selling, so I just priced it $20. Here's a pair of 5-finger shoes. I got these at Goodwill for $5 and I sold them for $25. Here's a great flip. This computer motherboard. I found this in the thrift store. It was $1. I thought for sure it wouldn't be the same motherboard that was in the box. I opened it up and sure enough it was. Even better than that, it was new. The right motherboard and new for $1 and has all the accessories and pieces in there. Paperwork. I ended up selling it for $85. $1 into $85, I'll take it any day. Another Bernina sewing machine foot from the Bernina lot I got for $100. Sold this piece for $45. Here are a pair of Adidas shoes. I picked these up at Goodwill for $5. I sold them for $35 plus shipping. Here's a pair of new without tags Merrill shoes. I got these at Goodwill. I paid $6 for them and I sold them for $30 plus shipping, so some great profit. Here's a Star Wars book. I got a couple dollars into this and I sold it for $18. I had another one I sold for like $25 or $30 if I remember correctly. Sold 4 more of these Fire King mugs, and I sold these for $250 plus shipping. Got 7 more to sell. I'm just going to keep raising the price. So I bought an electronic battleship game at a rummage sale for $2. Unfortunately, it did not work, but I'm able to sell these pieces for $14 and get my money back. Also, this is an international order, so the person paid over $30 to get these. So I got my $2 back and I made some money, and I'm still going to sell a battery cover eventually, hopefully. Here are some Lord of the Rings books. I got these at an estate sale where 90% of the contents were media, books, DVDs and stuff. I filled my IKEA bag with stuff. I ended up paying $30 for everything I got that day, and I've sold these books for $55. So that puts me into the profit. When you're buying the right kind of media, it just adds up very quickly. Sold this Hunter fan remote. I got this at a Habitat for Humanity restore for $3. I sold this for $50 plus shipping, and these things sell for about $150 new on Amazon. I sold a lot of them, made some really good profit on them, got a great deal where I got about somewhere between 50 and 60 of them, I think. Anyway, when I saw this, I knew it was going to sell great used. $3 into $50. Here's a sealed Unforgettable first season DVD. Got this in an estate sale where I got a bunch of media for $30. So I got less than $1 into this, I believe, and I sold it for $13. Picked up these Connects at a Goodwill for $2.99 and I sold them for $18 plus shipping. Priced them pretty low, just wanted to sell them. I already have some other ones listed. Just wanted a fast flip, make about $10. Actually, these 3 gears right here could probably sell for about $12 or $13 by themselves. All the rest of the pieces, nothing great, but I just put it all together here and it sold within about 5 days. Here is a bread maker lid and screw for a Panasonic unit. Parting it out, I'm sure I've made my money back on this already. Ended up getting $25 shipped for the lid and the screw. Here are some Allen Edmond Flagstaff shoes. I got these. I believe these are the pair I got at Salvation Army one time. They had them priced like $40, something crazy. They went half off. No one bought them at half off. The final step after that is $1, and that's what I bought them. Ended up selling them for $40 plus shipping, so great profit on these. Picked up this Lakewood vintage fan at a rummage sale for $5. Put it on eBay for $40 plus shipping. Somebody locally wanted to buy it and pick it up, so I added the local option on eBay, which is great because I was a little bit nervous shipping this. I was going to ship it in the box. There's not enough room really to put good protection in there to ship it. So $5 into $40, great flip. Here's one of the Magnavox DVD VCR combos. Already got it wrapped in bubble wrap, but that's what it is. Picked this up at Goodwill for $5, and I sold it for $70 plus shipping. This did not have a remote, and it sold within, well, I think less than 10 minutes of me listing it. I had another one, which is like the model before this, the gray one. This is the black one with the remote. I listed that for the same price because it doesn't sell as well. It still hasn't sold. So these black ones, I forget, I think it ends with the 9, the model number. They're a bit more desirable. Unfortunately, I didn't have the remote for this one. Still some great profit, and the sell-through rate on these is insane. There's like 120 listed with like 900 sold comps. Very desirable unit. Here is a Prince tennis racket. I got this at Goodwill for $2. I ended up selling it for $45 plus shipping for a total of $65.65. Nice flip. Picked up this brand new pair of Red Wing shoes at a garage sale about 8 months ago for $20. I have sold them for $75 plus shipping. Red Wings are usually big money, especially new. Here's a couple great shoe sales. I got these purple Nike Zoom Pegasus 3 shoes. Got these at a garage sale for $3. Kind of shocked to see them there because I saw some resellers leaving, so I just assumed everything was picked. These are new, unworn shoes, and I sold them for $70 plus shipping for a total of $95.45, so a great sale there. And then I got these Nike at a Goodwill for $5, Torch 4s. I sold them for $35 plus shipping. You really can't beat it. Just a couple of awesome shoe sales. Here's a Stargate Atlantis DVD set. Got this at an estate sale where there's a bunch of media. Paid $30 for all the media. Already made my money back. Sold these for $30 plus shipping. Here is a new in package Cora the Smart Cub VTech toy. Got this at a rummage sale. Paid $5 for it, and I sold it for $25 plus shipping. Here's a Wilson baseball glove. I picked this up at a garage sale for $3. And I sold it for $65. Great flip on this baseball glove. Seems like every year I find great baseball gloves, especially at garage sales, because people use these, especially kids. They grow up, they don't play anymore, and they're just sold at a garage sale for $3. Here's a couple good shoe sales. I got these Skechers D-Lights. These came from a rummage sale. Only paid $1 for them. Bought them because, well, they're in great condition, and they are a pretty popular shoe. A bit saturated on eBay, but you pay $1 and sell them for $25, which is what I did. It's some pretty good profit. So $25 plus shipping on these. Then at a Goodwill, I picked up for $5 these brand new Fitville shoes. And these, I don't know if I've ever sold Fitville, to be honest, that I can remember. But at $5, they were a great pickup because I sold them for $40 plus shipping. Just some more awesome shoe flips. So here is a Howard Miller clock. I picked this up at Goodwill for $7.99. Because I looked at the comps and, well, they looked promising. Anywhere from 50 it looked like to, some listed for over $600. Some of the sold comps I saw, 150. I saw a lot of 40s. So I priced mine at $45 plus shipping, and it sold within about a week and a half. So some pretty decent profit on that. Howard Miller is a pretty good name, but these clocks are just not that great quality. Like, this paint's already kind of starting to peel off here, and I'm afraid the buyer's gonna get it and just start touching it too harshly, and it's just going to rub off. And because I was even touching it and this little corner piece came off, which I photographed in the listing already, but it comes off very easily. Just, for some big name clock company like this, I just assumed their clock quality would be a bit better. Here is a Power Rangers toy. Got this at a Goodwill for $2 or $3. Don't remember exactly, but I sold it for $18.95. Here are some Monster High dolls. I believe these are the ones I picked up for $1 a piece at a garage sale. I ended up selling them for $20 plus shipping for a total of $33.45. Here are some Refrigiwear boots. Don't think I've ever bought this brand before, but They seem to be pretty decent quality. Comps looked okay, so give them a try. Paid $5 for them at a Goodwill. Sold them for $30 plus shipping. Here's a nice sale. This G.I. Joe sealed vintage figure. I got this locally, and you know what? I can't remember how much I paid for it. I got a few sealed G.I. Joe items. Somewhere between $50 and $75. I ended up selling it for $200 plus shipping, so made some good profit on it. I have another one that's a bit more rare. I've had priced, well, for about 2 years now, $600. Just gonna hold out on that price. I'm in no hurry to sell it, so that should be a good sell when that finally happens. Here's a Garfield plush from 81 with the tags. Got this at Goodwill for $5 and I sold it for $28 plus shipping. Here's a vintage ice cream maker. I got this at a thrift store. I paid $2 or $3 for it. Sold it for $30 plus shipping. Never been used. Here's a used size baseball glove. I don't remember where I picked it up at this point. I'm sure I don't have much into it. Sold it for $24. Got these figures and a bunch of others at a Goodwill years ago. We're talking like probably 7 years, something like that now. I sold the better ones already. These are just kind of worthless. No one really wants them. I priced them $30 plus shipping and they finally sold. So happy to see them go. I've already made my money back on what I bought, so this is just a little bit extra from that lot. Here's a Sylvania VCR remote. I got this at a Goodwill for $3.99 and I sold it for $38 plus shipping. Took about 2 days to sell. Sold this vintage HP 12C calculator. Got this at a thrift store for $1. Sold it for $30. And yeah, some of these vintage calculators, big money. This one, not as much. I think the best calculator I sold was about $220 bucks, but I'll happily sell this one for $30 for only paying $1. Here's a DVD and book set, brand new sealed. Got this at a thrift store. I only paid 50 cents for it and I sold it for $30. In what business can you take 50 cents and turn into $30 that easily? Got about $1 into this Poltergeist The Legacy DVD set. Got it from an estate sale and I got $25 for it. So here's a blade from a Black & Decker food processor. I've already made my money back on the units, parting it out, and I'm selling this piece for 20 bucks. Here's one of these Columbus globes made in Germany. Shows the constellations and all that. Lights up. Picked this up at a garage sale for $5 and I sold it for $40 plus shipping. I will definitely take those profits. Here is a caller ID. I got this at Goodwill for $2.99 and I sold it for $30. Took about 6 months to sell. These caller IDs, some of the vintage ones, can make you some pretty good money, especially the ones with the large screens. Here is this Fluval G3 aquarium pump. It's a very high-end pump. I picked this up at Goodwill for $12.99 and I sold it for $150 plus shipping. So that's an incredible flip. I can say that's the first one of these aquarium pumps I've ever sold, that's for sure. Here is a Magnavox DVD VCR combo. I sold this for $75 plus shipping. Paid $5 for this at Goodwill. Very rare to see these anywhere, let alone Goodwill, and for $5, so great pickup. Took about a week to sell. Here is some Lion King plush. I got these at a rummage sale. I think I paid $0.25 a piece for them. 4 of them in there, and I sold them for $28. Also, when I sell clothing, hats, and plush, if possible, I like to fit them into a poly bag just to protect them from if the package gets wet or something spills on it, dust, dirt, all that kind of stuff. Paid 50 cents for this sealed PlayStation 4 Drive Club game at a garage sale. I sold it for $20. Took about 3 days to sell. Here's a Homedics massager. Got this at a garage sale for $3. Sold it for $28 plus shipping. This one is not one of the heated versions, or I would have sold it for a little bit more. Here's a Sony PSP game, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Got this at a rummage sale for $1, maybe $2, and I sold it for $40. Here's this Disney photo album, brand new sealed. Paid $4 for this at Goodwill, and I sold it for $28. So not a bad flip, and it sold within about 3 or 4 days of me listing it. So awesome find, awesome flip. Paid $2.99 for this bun coffee pot replacement at Goodwill. Sold it for $18 plus shipping for a total of $36.66, and it took a little over a month to sell, I think. Sold these 4 Fire King mugs. I've already sold 8. Been selling them in lots of 4, and I sold them for $260 plus shipping. Of course, I got these at a rummage sale, 15 of them for, well, around $10 is what I got into them. Once they sell, I'm going to make $1,000 on all the Fire King stuff, so phenomenal find. Probably going to try to sell the last 3 for around the same price as the 4. We'll see what happens. Here is a DuPont reverse osmosis drinking water filter system. Got this at a Goodwill. Paid $12.99 for it. And I sold it for $140 plus shipping. It's new in box. Phenomenal flip. Only took about a month to sell. Here is an absolutely crazy sale. Now I was at a garage sale and ended up picking up 10 pairs of brand new Crocs. These Crocs are more rare, kind of special ones. I looked up a couple of different pairs and saw that they were worth picking up, and then just grabbed some blind that I thought would be valuable. These are one of them. Carol G Mega Crush, brand new with tags. When I looked them up, I couldn't believe what they were worth. This pair right here I sold for $450 plus shipping, and I was going to list it higher. I probably should have, because it took less than a day for these to sell, but I was thinking, yeah, I'll list them like $500 plus shipping. And when I went to list them, I said I'll just price them $450 because I kind of would like to be bringing in some cash. I don't need to have this inventory sitting here forever, but based on how fast it sold, maybe I should have priced at $50 more. It doesn't matter because I paid $120 for all 10 pairs of Crocs. So when all these sell, you know, I'm making over $1,200. Unfortunately, these are the only Carol G's that they had. I got a couple pairs of Post Malone, stuff like that. So you'll probably be seeing some Croc sales coming in. Finds and sales like this keeps reselling awesome. Here is a vintage 1990 Billy Joel Yankee Stadium t-shirt. Ended up selling this for $70. Got it at a Goodwill, $2.99. It was on a new rack, and I sold it in about 5 months. I did have it priced $90, and I sent a message. Guy asked if I'd take $70. I said, sure, why not? This kind of stuff I usually price high because I don't really know what it's worth. Vintage, it's rare, but I'm happy to turn $3 into $70 any day. There's this Louisville Slugger Prime bat. Got this at a garage sale along with some other decent bats for $8, and I sold this for $115 plus shipping, and it took about 3 days to sell. Here was a cool find, this Batman Batcave from 1989. Just look at the box artwork, really cool stuff. I got this at a garage sale for $5. Probably like 7 years ago or more. It's been in the death pile, if you will. To be honest, I just didn't really care to sell it anyway because it's cool. I like seeing it around. But it was time to sell it finally. So I opened it up, went to count the pieces. Unfortunately, it's missing a decent amount of pieces. However, there was other stuff in there like the Batmobile, the Batwing, Batcopter or whatever. And selling those, I'll make probably around $100. And then I'm selling the Batcave here just as is. And I sold it for $55 plus shipping, and it sold very quickly in about 15 or 20 minutes of me listing it. Honestly, I priced it on par with all the others. Probably could have priced it a little higher, made a little bit more money. I don't know. I think my box is just in really good condition. I probably should have factored that in more. It's very hard to find, you know, boxes in this good a condition. This old collectors like that sort of thing. Still, I paid $5, sold it for $55. Going to sell the rest of the stuff for $100. Ended up being a great flip, even if I waited 7 years to actually deal with it. Here's a pair of vintage FootJoy shoes. I got these at Goodwill for $10. They are new, without laces or tags, but they sell for a lot more than I thought. I saw some listed anywhere from $150 to almost $300. Of course, mine's missing shoelaces here. They're in incredible condition though. So I ended up just pricing them $120 plus shipping, and they sold within 2 days. So apparently that was a good price. Great profit. Here is a KitchenAid coffee maker craft. I got this at I think I got the coffee maker at a thrift store for $5 and decided to part it out because it would be more money. Sold this for $29.99 plus shipping. Puts me into some pretty good profit. It took a few months to sell. I ended up selling this paintball gear, Tipman 98 Custom in there, Triumph XT gun, some hoppers, some masks, some random parts, all that kind of stuff. Got it at a garage sale. I paid $30 for all of it. I sold it for $115 plus shipping. Only took less than a week to sell. So here are some random Lego. I got these at a garage sale. I think this one actually came from Goodwill for a couple bucks. There's sets that are missing pieces. I got about $12 into all of it. Sold it for $30 plus shipping, and well, it took about 9 months to sell, I think. Still, I made some profit on it. Here's this Denmark scan globe. This was 25 cents at a garage sale. It lights up. So I ended up pricing this $35 plus shipping, and it sold, and the person who bought it paid a lot for shipping. $80 shipping. I couldn't believe they were willing to pay that much. But nonetheless, a cool find for only paying a quarter for this at a garage sale. Here are 7 of these children's books and cassettes from the 70s. Got these at a garage sale. I got them cheap. I'm feeling like they were like 50 cents each. I don't think they were a quarter. Don't think I paid $1 for them. I might have. Either way, I'm making money because I sold them for $55 plus shipping. Got them last year, so took about a year for these things to sell. I would definitely buy again. I have no problem waiting a year for something to sell if it's a good item. Here's one of these first gear models. I got 4 of these at a Goodwill. I paid $6.99 a piece for them. Some of them was worth, I think, about $40 or $50 I've sold one for. This one I was able to sell for $25 plus shipping, so making profit there. Seems like another one was $60 I might have listed. I don't remember the exact prices, but making profit, that's all that matters. Here's a Bernina sewing machine foot. Of course, I probably already mentioned I got a bunch of these with a Bernina sewing machine, which I've already sold for, well, I think I sold it for $600. Parting out a lot of this stuff to make extra money, and in the end, making $1,000 profit on everything once it sells, and I think I only have 2 more pieces left, so it's almost all gone. Paid $1 for this sealed snake oil game at a garage sale. Took about 4 days to sell, which was kind of surprising because I priced it about the same as Amazon. Sold it for $24. Wasn't able to sell it on Amazon because it's a restricted company, restricted brand. So I'll take it. Here is a pair of Red Wing boots. I either got these at a rummage sale for a couple bucks, or I got them at Goodwill for $5. During that time period, I was finding so many boots. It was crazy. So I don't remember exactly which ones these came from. But what's important is I spent $5 or less on them, and I sold them for $115 plus shipping. Just an absolutely great boot find and flip. Picked up the Incredible Hulk first season DVD set. I got this at a garage sale, and I paid $2 for it. Sold it for $15. Only took about a week to sell. Here is an awesome sale. I got all of these CDs. These are all Christian music worship CDs. 196 of them here. Got them at Goodwill for $10. Put them on eBay for $130 plus shipping, and they have sold. At first when I saw this, I was just kind of like, meh. But then I noticed they were all one genre of music, and I'm like, you know what? I could lock this up. Maybe a church will buy it. They seem to sell better that way. I priced it high just to see, if it would move, and well, it did. Took 4 or 5 months to sell. Very much worth the wait. Here's just a VCR I picked up at a Goodwill for $6.99. Has the remote, and I sold it for $45 plus shipping. This particular one took a couple weeks to sell. Here is a pop figure that's somewhat valuable. Unfortunately, this one had some box damage. I was able to sell it for $40. I got a couple locally for $30 total. So you split that up about $15 in each one. So I'll be making some money still. Here is a box of tech deck stuff I got at a rummage sale. I got around $2 into these. I priced them to sell $20 plus shipping. Just the ramps and stuff like that. Not a lot. There's 2 boards in there, I believe. Made some quick money. Only took about 2 days to sell. Here's this Forever Night DVD set. Picked these up at an estate sale, and I got a couple dollars into them. Sold them for $50. Took about 3 weeks to sell. Here is the classic Sony FM AM Walkman. Got this at a rummage sale for $1. Sold it for 20 bucks, and it took about a month to sell. Here's a Rawlings Youth baseball glove. Got this at a garage sale for a couple bucks, and I sold it for $25. These baseball gloves are just a good bread and butter item. This one took about a week and a half to sell. Here is a book, Deposition Technologies for Films and Coatings. I don't know where this came from. I know it's been listed for a long time. I probably just got it somewhere random and decided to list it because it looked like some were selling. But I sold it for 13 bucks, so I'll take some money. Here are a bunch of G.I. Joe accessories, vintage. Found these at a garage sale. I paid $0.25 for all of them, and I decided to do an auction on them because I didn't want to list them individually. A lot of them are only worth like, $2 to $5. Though I probably could have made more money listing them individually and just waiting for all of them to sell, but went ahead and just sold them all on auction for $38.42 plus shipping. So for paying $0.25, that's some really good profit coming in. Paid $2.99 for this bun, coffee, pot replacement at Goodwill. Sold it for $18 plus shipping for a total of $36.66, and it took a little over a month to sell, I think. Here's a Concord reel-to-reel portable recorder. Got this at a garage sale for $25. Put it on eBay for $100. And it sold in 3 days, $100 plus shipping. Here's a pair of Skechers shoes. I got these at a rummage sale. I only paid $1 for them, which is why I bought them. And I sold them for $20 plus shipping. Shoes can be long tail. The right buyer has to come along, right size and all that. And these took about 9 months to sell. Here's a pair of these hot pink Uggs with bows. These were actually $25 at Goodwill. They're new, without tags, never worn. I ended up getting them on a half off sale, so I got $12.50 into them. They're not big money. I sold them for $40 plus shipping, and they took about a month and a half to sell. These were a loco buy, the Gremlin read-along books. Vintage, very cool stuff here. Unfortunately, this kind of stuff usually isn't worth that much money. They were a loco buy. I got a bunch of other stuff. I don't remember exactly what I paid for these. It was either $5 or $10, but I sold them for $35, so I made some money. It took a couple months to sell. Here's this Rawlings glove. I got this at Goodwill for $2.99. It's a pretty decent glove. It's in a bit rough condition. So to get some tears in the leather, name written on it, that kind of thing. So I priced it a bit lower to move it. Priced it $20 plus shipping. And well, it sold in about 3 days. So tactic worked, I guess. If it was in better condition, I probably would have priced it $40. Still made some great profit on it. I'll take it. Here's one of these thermostats. Honeywell Smart Thermostat. Got this at Goodwill, I think for only $2.99. This is the second one I picked up recently. Sold it for $30 plus shipping. Here is a handset for one of the CapTel caption phones. Ended up parting out some of that. Not sure how much I got into it. Not much, but I sold it for 20 bucks. It's probably listed for a year or more. Here is this He-Man vintage gun for Manny Faces figure. Got this in a big lot of He-Man stuff. I've sold most of the He-Man stuff. I think I have a few accessories and stuff left, but sold this for $10. Got this Flinch 1963 card game at Goodwill. I sold it for $18.88. Sold these in the past. They do pretty well if they're in good condition. Here's some of these Fisher-Price Little People toucans from the Noah's Ark set. Just parting out the pieces. Sold these two for $15. Now, I've already made my money back on the set I bought and adding 15 more to that. Of course, I'm doing free shipping, so I gotta pay for shipping, but then I'm adding profit onto that. Well, after I pay shipping and eBay fees, then I'm adding profit on that. Nice pair of Timberland work shoes. Got these at Goodwill for $5. Ended up selling them for $40 plus shipping. They were nice and clean. Didn't have to spend any time cleaning them up. And they took about 3 months to sell, I believe. Here's a great flip. I found this 3-station door answering intercom system. It's vintage. Something you wouldn't really think is that valuable. Paid $4.99 for it at Goodwill. It's actually worth new, about $150, $200. Now, unfortunately, mine is new, but it's missing this little plastic plate on one of these. So I just priced it $100 and took an offer on it. Sold it for $90 plus shipping. Still incredible profit for only paying $5. This took less than, 2 weeks to sell. Here's this Hello Kitty electric grill. Got this at Goodwill. I think this one was $3.99. Got some other appliances that day as well. Hello Kitty themed. Sold this for $40 plus shipping. And it took about 3 weeks to sell. Paid $8 at a garage sale for this Easton Ghost X bat. And I sold it for $80 plus shipping. And this bat took about a week to sell. Maybe less than a week, actually. It sold pretty quick. I've already brought in a few $100s alone just in baseball bats this season. Shipping out this large Sony speaker. Got it at a garage sale for $20. Not going to take it out of the box. This is actually in a JBL box though, but it's a Sony speaker, so that's one reason I bought it, because I'm like, well, this is already packed very well. It's going to be easy to ship. So I ended up selling it for $100 plus shipping. Of course, this thing weighs over 50 pounds, so shipping wasn't bad. I think the buyer paid about $35 to have it shipped, shipping UPS. But pretty good profit to deal with the weight. Sold this Rival Seal-A-Meal set, extra stackable containers. This was new, found it at Goodwill for $2.99, and I sold it for $25 plus shipping. Took about a month to sell. Here's 3 pairs of shoes I am shipping out. Sold these New Balance shoes. I'm pretty sure I got these at Goodwill for $5. Sold them for $30 plus shipping. Then a couple pairs of Brooks. These, I don't remember where I got them either. A rummage sale or Goodwill for $5 or less. Sold these for $20, probably a rummage sale, because these aren't super special. I don't know if I'd have paid $5 for them. But then I have these Brooks here, which I sold for $40 plus shipping. Again, I buy so many Brooks, so many shoes, it's hard to keep track, in my mind where these things are coming from. But I wouldn't have paid more than $5 for these. They probably came from Goodwill for $5. Picked up this pair of Michigan Wolverine Jordans at a garage sale. Ended up getting them for $12 because I made a deal, bought some other shoes there. And I sold them for $55 plus shipping, so a nice flip. Only took about 2.5 weeks to sell. Here's a couple Transformers, new in package. Got these at a garage sale for a couple dollars a piece and sold them for $24. That took about 10 months to sell, I think. Sold this Dremel cutting kit. I got this at a Home Depot. I believe I paid right around $5 for them. I got a few of them. Sold this one for $50, so not a bad flip at all. They actually went up in price. This is one I found in a tote with some other stuff. I think I already sold the others I bought. I'm not sure why this one was separated, but it seems like I was selling them for $20 or something like that before, so I'll take it. Here's a Sunny Company puppet. Got this at a rummage sale with some other puppets, paid $1 a piece for them. Sold this guy right here for $50 plus shipping, and it only took, less than 24 hours to sell. I mean, the price seems good. I saw some new listed at $60 plus shipping, so mine being pre-owned and $50 seemed like a fair deal, and apparently it was. Can't wait until the others sell. Here's this 1976 Super Friends metal lunchbox. I paid $25 for this, which is a little high because of the condition, no thermos. See, it's got some rust in there, but I knew it would sell quick and I'd still make at least $20 profit. That's what happened. I sold it for $50 plus shipping. Took about 3 days to sell. Easy to list, easy to ship. Super cool item. And there's the back, just as cool. Here's an espresso milk frother. Got this with a machine. I believe I paid $10 for the machine. I'm selling that separate from this. I sold this for $35 plus shipping, so that puts me into the profit nicely. I'll take it. Took about 6 months to sell. Sold this American Girl book set. Got this at a rummage sale. Only paid 50 cents for it. I sold it for $24. Took about 3 days to sell. Here is a Sony DVD player, brand new, sealed. Unfortunately, not worth a whole lot. Picked this up at a garage sale for $5. Sold it for $35 plus shipping. Of course, this was a Sony DVD VCR combo sealed. Depending on the model, you might get $1,000 for it. But still, it's easy to list, easy to ship, so I'll take those profits. Took about 5 days to sell. Here's an Easton Fuse baseball bat. Got this at a garage sale for $8. I sold it for $45 plus shipping. Took about 3 weeks to sell, I think. Got a pair of these Dr. Comfort white shoes at a rummage sale for $1, and I ended up selling them for $30 plus shipping. Took about 4 months to sell. Picked up this Smart Garage door sensor. Actually, I picked up 3 of these at a rummage sale for $1 a piece. They were all new. However, this one had been opened. It is new, never used. Still has a little plastic piece you have to pull out. I'm going to sell the other 2 on Amazon for about $45-50. This one I sold open box on eBay for $30, so for only paying $1, great profit, and it sold in about 3 days. Here is a pair of almost new Merrell shoes. Found these at Goodwill for $5. Sold them for $40 plus shipping. They took about 4 months to sell. Here are some HeroScape figures. 3 of them here. Ended up getting a bunch of these at Salvation Army one time, and I've been selling them. Made a few $100s on the lot, and here's $47 more. Sold these for $47.99, and it took over a year for this certain lot to sell. I'm down to my last one. Sold a couple of gloves. This one almost brand new. Sold it for $30 plus shipping. Don't remember where I got it. Been picking up a lot of baseball gloves this season and selling them. This one I got on clearance at Walmart. Still has the tags. new. Sold this for $35 plus shipping. I believe I paid $7 for that. More glove profits coming in. Got some of these Roman nativity scene figures. Got a box of them at Goodwill. I think I paid $12 or $13 for the whole box. I think I've already sold a couple a while back, already putting me in the profit, and I sold these two right here for $38.89 total plus shipping. By the time I sell them all, it's going to be well over $100 profit. Here's a Magnavox DVD VCR combo. Got this at a garage sale for $5. Sold it for $105 plus shipping. This took about 3 days to sell, and as always, good profits. Here's a faucet. I got this at Home Depot. Paid $40 for it. Sold it for $110 plus shipping, and I got 2 more to sell. This particular one took about 3 or 4 months to sell. Here are some Elmo and Pals figures. Got these at Goodwill for $5. And I sold them for $20. They took about 5 months to sell. Here is a lot of wrestling figures. Got these at a garage sale. Paid $7 for them. Sold them for $35 plus shipping. Took about 3 days to sell. Starsky and Hutch DVD set. Got this at an estate sale where I got a bunch of media. Already well into the profit for all the media, so this is just extra. Sold it for $15. This was an awesome find. These Airwalk vintage 90s shoes. Skater shoes. Found these at a Goodwill for $5. And I ended up selling them for $80 plus shipping. They're in phenomenal condition for the age. A little bit of cracking, which of course closed in the description. Most people probably pass these up because they just look like cheap shoes, but it's good to know this kind of stuff can bring in good profits. Took about 2 months to sell is all. Here is a Logitech speaker system. Now, this was actually mine. I got this 24, 25 years ago. I was even still living at home when I bought this thing. Goes to a computer. I remember building a new computer, buying this. It's got the 5.1 surround sound, and well, I never used it, and when I upgraded to my standing desk, it didn't really fit there, so it was time to get rid of it. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute, I'm a reseller. Let's look online and see what this is selling for on eBay. Didn't really expect it to be on there or selling. Actually a pretty good seller. I sold it for $60 plus shipping. I bet I didn't even pay $60 for it when I originally bought it. I used to buy all my computer parts, you know, with rebates and get them cheap and stuff like that on sale. But it just goes to show you, even this kind of stuff you can find at a garage sale. Some of these old computer speakers are still valuable. People will buy them. Here's a cross stitch set. I got this at a rummage sale. Only paid $1 for it. I sold it for $50. Took about a month and a half to sell. Here's a pair of Nike Air Force One shoes. Got these at a garage sale for $12. I got $49 for them. They took about a month to sell is all. They're not new. They are used, but they have the box, so they're in very good condition. Got these 2 Trimmer Plus weed trimmer attachment thingies. I got these at Lowe's. Paid about $20 a piece for them. Somebody bought both of them. I sold them for $50 a piece plus shipping. I think I'm just going to try to shrink wrap them together and ship them like that. But in the end, should be fine, but made some decent profit on them. Here are some toy sales I got. I sold this Godzilla for $25 plus shipping. This one for $20 plus shipping. I ended up picking 4 Godzilla figures up at a garage sale. I paid $10 for all of them, so I'm already into the profit with these 2 easily. I also got this Power Rangers gun, which I picked up at a Goodwill for $5 and I sold for $25, so good profits. Here is a great flip. This Seiko Melodies in Motion clock. Got this at Goodwill. Paid $7.99 for it. Sold it as new open box, and I sold it for $140 plus shipping. Took about a month to sell, I think. I love finding these and selling them. Some of them are really big money if they're rare and more collectible. But anytime I can take $8 and flip it into $140, I'm pretty stoked about it. Sold these brand new Skechers shoes for $54. I'm thinking they're the ones I got at a rummage or a garage sale last year. It's been just under a year because next week's that same community sale. I remember getting 2 or 3 new pairs of shoes there. I think even a pair of Hoka shoes in the box as well. I made a bundle deal. It seems like I paid like $10 per pair, so made some great profit on these. Here is the last of the Fire King mugs. Sold the last 3 for $200 plus shipping. The lots of 4 I was selling for about $260 plus shipping. 15 in total sold and made about $1,000. Plus I got some other Fire King stuff like the plates that I got that I still got to sell. So very good find. Paid $10 for all the Fire King mugs. Here is a Deadpool game for PS4. Got this in a lot. I paid $30 for about 29 games. This was in there and I sold it for $77.77. It's a rare game, so look out for it. It only took about a day to sell. Here is a phenomenal flip. I got this Webcaster X2. Something to do with streaming live video. I was half tempted to try this. I figured, hey, I could put this on a backpack or something and maybe live stream some rummage sales or something like that. Actually get good quality streams. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what it's used for. Anyway, I paid $1.50 for this at a rummage sale and I sold it for $175 plus shipping for a total of $197.63, and it sold in less than a week. Picked up this Logitech speaker system at a garage sale, paid $10 for it. Listed it for $100 plus shipping, and it sold within 1 day. Some of these older Logitech speaker systems, they do sell well if you can get them used at a cheap price. I paid $3 for this vintage Monkey Madness game at a Goodwill. I was planning on selling it for quite a bit. It is complete. There was one monkey that had the hook broken off, so I priced it $50 plus shipping. It sat for like 3 months. Someone sent me a message wanting to know if I'd take 40 for it. You know what? It's big, it's broken, so let's get it out. It's still very playable though, and in great condition, all the other pieces, and I'm making great profit on it, so let's get it out of here. Cash in. Picked up this purple Martin house, birdhouse. Got this at a Goodwill for $10 and sold it for $65 plus shipping. Not bad profits. New in box. Took less than a month to sell also. Picked up this Initial D DVD anime series at a garage sale. I paid $1 a piece for these. Sold them for $120 plus shipping. Took a couple months to sell. Some great profit coming in. Here is a vintage KitchenAid stainless steel mixing bowl. This came with a KitchenAid mixer I got at a rummage sale. The mixer wasn't working right, so I'm parting it out. Paid $10 for everything. Sold this bowl for $40 plus shipping. After I sell all the rest of it for parts, I should make right around $100. That's why when you see something like this, you can just buy it. Even if it doesn't work, you know you're still going to make money at that price. Here's this Bane action figure. Got this in a local buy with a bunch of other figures. Paid around $20 for it. Sold it for $50 plus shipping. Sat for over a year. I lowered it $10 and, well, it sold. Picked up these brand new shoes, Fila shoes at a garage sale. I paid $6 for them. Sold them for $35 plus shipping, and they took about a couple weeks to sell. I think this is the second new pair of Fila shoes I've found out in the wild this year. They sell. So oddly enough, this is going to become one of my favorite flips of the year, and that is because it came out of a free box. I did not pay anything for this at a garage sale. This is some sort of quilt making kit. It's a 12-piece set, brand new sealed, and I sold it for $200 plus shipping. This came from one of those garage sales where they have like one table in their driveway. It's a community sale. Everyone's driving past it. I stopped. Got these. I also got a $150 camera, another $100 Olympic stylus camera, and a DVD VCR combo there. So never judge a garage sale by its cover. And this only took a couple weeks to sell, so some very fast profit there. I love it. Sold this Dr. Seuss ornament. Got this at Goodwill for $2. I sold it for $15 plus shipping. It is an international order, so somebody from out of the country has bought it. I think paid about another 15 or 20 bucks for shipping. And this did not sell during Christmas time, so it's been sitting. I bought it during November, December last year, you know, so it's selling in July. Here is a nice Mizuno glove. I picked this up at a church rummage sale for $3.50, and I sold it for $35 plus shipping for a total of $51.42. Took less than a month to sell. I paid $7 for this Bosch power adapter for, I guess, a drill or something at a Lowe's, and I sold it for $32.88, so made some profit on it. Here is a Little People nativity scene set. I don't remember what I paid for this now. I didn't buy it that long ago, like a month and a half. I remember paying very little for it. I got it at Goodwill, I believe. Just been finding way too much stuff. It's gonna get to the point where I have to go back looking at records to see, you know, what I'm paying for this stuff, but Anyway, I sold it for $20 plus shipping for a total of $29.30. I think I had $2 to $5 into it almost certainly. Here is a pair of Nike Air Max shoes. Now, I got these at a rummage sale, only paid $1 for them. Not super valuable. I sold them for $20 plus shipping. It is an international order, so the buyer paid over $50 to get these, and they took about a couple months to sell. Here is a Hello Kitty hot water kettle. Got this at Goodwill for $3.99, $4.99, something like that, and I sold it for $50 plus shipping. Ended up getting a bunch of Hello Kitty items, a very valuable microwaves, waffle maker, all kinds of stuff, so gonna make some good profit on this stuff. Sold this Ninja Foodie part. This goes with one of those air fryer pressure cookers. Paid $20 for the whole unit. When all the pieces sell, I should make $100 or more. Sold this piece for $28. So that pretty much pays for it. Here is a Dymo Label Rider 450 Turbo. Picked this up at a garage sale for $40, and I sold it for $320 plus shipping for a total of $367.43. It took about a week to sell, and I found these and sold them before. They're great to flip. The sell-through rate is incredible. I think at the time I was listing this, there was only 23 of them listed and about 160, 200 comps, something like that. Me personally, I use the Rollo printers because I think they're just better. I've tried this Dymo 450 Turbo. I just run into too many problems. This one was new in box, so I was able to flip it for a bit more. Here's a piece that goes to a Ninja Foodie air fryer pressure cooker. Parting it out. This is the second piece I've sold. Sold this one for $20 plus shipping, and I've already made my money back, so this is just starting to get into that profit. Here is an ultimate sweater machine. Something you use to make sweaters, I guess. I just counted the pieces, made sure it was all there, picked it up at Goodwill for $7.99. I sold it for $70 plus shipping. I think this took less than 2 weeks to sell and going to be great profit. Here's this Wilson A500 glove. Got this at a garage sale for $2 and I sold it for $40 plus shipping. This only took a couple weeks to sell. Here's a solar battery pack for a trail camera. Got these at Lowe's. I believe I paid $25 a piece for them. Sold this one for $60 plus shipping. Once they all sell, going to be some really good profit. Sold 2 of these Toro line replacements for a weed trimmer. Got these at Home Depot for $2.50 a piece. Sold this one for $19 and this one for $19. So for what I paid for them, great profit. I think I got about 10 of them that day. Picked up this Honda Racing Team jacket at a thrift store for $1. Sold it for $45 plus shipping for a total of $62.30. This took about 6 months to sell. Here is this Porter cable 20-volt drill. I got this at Lowe's. I think it was probably 2 years or more now. Got it for like $25. I was kind of holding on to it because I thought I might use it, but during that time period, I got so many power tools. I believe I have a Craftsman 20 volt that I ended up keeping. So I ended up pricing this high because I was considering keeping it. I didn't necessarily want it to sell unless I got more money for it. Just kind of forgot about it, I guess. At this point, it has sold for $115 plus shipping. So I made good profit on it, that's for sure. I ended up getting about 10, 15 of these, I remember. Good times. Made a lot of money that year. Here is a sealed model. Got this at a garage sale. Paid $7 for it. Sold it for $25 plus shipping. Took about a month to sell. So yeah, some bread and butter money coming in. Here is a Stearns vintage fishing vest. I picked up 3 vests like this. Not exactly the same, but 3 vests. Stearns out of a free box. And I sold this one for $15 plus shipping. So made some, well, great profit for it being free, that's for sure. Here's the last of my Stearns fishing vests that I got out of a free box at a garage sale. Sold 3 of them for $15 a piece plus shipping. The way I ship these is I just put them in a heavy garbage bag, tape them up, acts as a poly bag, and they ship cheap. Sold this mini New Wave unit I got at Goodwill for $10. Sold it for $40 plus shipping. Buyer paid $45 to have this shipped. It's going to Hawaii. Since FedEx doesn't deliver to Hawaii, they had to choose priority mail. That's why I like to do calculated shipping so I don't get stuck with the extra shipping bill. If something like this happens, if the buyer's willing to pay, I'll ship it. Here is a Prince tennis racket. Got this at a Goodwill, paid a couple bucks for it. Sold it for $25 plus shipping. This one took over a year to sell, but I'm still very happy with the purchase. Here is a sealed Beetlejuice Blu-ray. I got 4 or 5 of these sealed. I forget what I paid for them all, maybe 20 bucks, something like that. And I'm selling them for $18 a piece. Here is a Thomas Kincaid nativity scene. At least part of it, I'm selling it in pieces. I paid $20 or less for a big box of this stuff at Goodwill. And of course, the phenomenon happened again where I touched this and I decided to move it to another location. And then 2 hours later, it sells. We're in July now, so seems like anytime I touch something, move it, put something in front of it, whatever, it just sells. Anyway, I sold these pieces here for $40 plus shipping. I think I've sold some already, but I'm definitely in the profit now. Still got a lot of pieces to sell, so looking forward to getting those out, making more money. Here's a sealed card game. Picked this up at Goodwill for $2.99. Sold it for 30 bucks. Took about 3 weeks to sell. Here's a vintage KitchenAid mixer knob. Got a mixer at a rummage sale. Did not work, decided to part it out. I've already made good profit on it, and I sold this knob for $20, so that's some more profit coming in. Here's a vintage Casio keyboard. Got this at Goodwill. I paid $20 for it. I sold it for $70 plus shipping. Took less than a week to sell. I've been finding a lot of keyboards recently. Found one at a garage sale a week later. Saw a really big one in box at a Goodwill yesterday. Didn't pick that one up. It was 40 bucks, but I like selling these mid-range like 80s ones, and some of the smaller ones, they sell great. Here's some youth size Kiri shoes. Got these at a garage sale. I believe I paid $3 for them. Bought them blind. Was able to sell them for $18 plus shipping, so made some decent profit, and they took about 2 months to sell. Here is a couple of smaller electronic sales. Got this calculator I picked up. I think it was 50 cents at a garage sale. Sold it for $13.99. I got this Pioneer remote, which I don't even remember where I picked it up at this point, to be honest. It's been listed for a while. I bet you I didn't pay more than $1 for it though, and I sold that for $12.99. Picked up a couple bags of these vintage Disney figures. Now these came out of Kellogg's cereal boxes. Paid $2 for each bag. Sold this bag for 20 bucks, so pretty good profit in picking these up. Here is a sealed Word Thief game. Picked this up at a garage sale for $1. Sold it for $20 plus shipping. Love finding these sealed games. Easy to list, easy to sell. Somebody bought my last 3 of these Toro weed trimmer replacement spools. Got these at Home Depot for $2.50 a piece and sold these 3 for 60 bucks. After selling all 8, that was some good profit. Here are 2 Kenmore Elite filters. I got these at a thrift store, $1 a piece. Sold them for 20 bucks. They sold within 24 hours. Here's a Roman nativity scene figure. Got a bunch of these at Goodwill. I think I paid $10 for the box. Sold a few of them. I'm in the profit. I sold this one for 20 bucks. Here's a Sony bookshelf music system. I bought this at a garage sale with the speakers and the remote. The woman told me it worked, and I paid $10 for it all. Well, it didn't work right. Cassette player had issues, so I'm selling it as parts. Sold the mid part here for $15 plus shipping. This gets me my money back, and then once I sell the speakers, the remote, and the antenna, I'll be in some decent profit still. Here's a TI-83 Plus calculator. Got this at a rummage sale for only 50 cents. And I sold it for $35. It took about 5 minutes to sell is all. If you price these things 35 bucks, they almost sell instantly as long as you have the case and they work. Paying 50 cents, incredible profit. Here's a Walking Dead pop figure. I got this for $12, I think is what I got into it. I bought a couple of them locally. Ended up selling it for $39 plus shipping, and it's an international order, so it's leaving the country. Here's a DVD VCR combo and a VCR I sold. Sold this Sylvania VCR for $45 plus shipping. I got this at a Goodwill for, was it $2.99 or $3.99? It wasn't much. Actually, I take that back. I already sold that one. I believe this one came from a rummage sale for $3. You know, I don't even remember anymore. The one below it came from a garage sale. Paid $7 for that, and I sold that one for $75 plus shipping. And these took less than 2 weeks to sell. Here's a Roost Smart Water Alert System. I got this, I got 2 of these at a Goodwill. I believe I paid $3 a piece. Sold this one for $40 plus shipping for a total of $51.23. I'm pretty sure I meant to do free shipping on these, so I guess it's a good thing somebody was willing to pay shipping on top of the $40 price. But anyway, Great flip. I believe this took about 8 months to sell. I purchased a big lot of Ertl toys at a garage sale, paid $60 for all of it. All the farm buildings I have already sold for $150. I have a bunch of the tractors and farm equipment. Currently have one in an auction, a big lot, and then I sold this one separately for $30 plus shipping. Only took a couple days to sell. If it was in a bit better condition, I probably could have got, around $50 for it. Here is an Easton Reflex bat, if you can see it in there. I got this at a garage sale for $1 and I sold it for $30 plus shipping. When you're shipping a baseball bat, I recommend using UPS ground. If you look at the prices, like USPS is around $23 to ship this, FedEx 18 something, then UPS ground is $9.69, so you don't get charged a fortune for longer items like bats and golf clubs. This bat, I believe, only took 3 months to sell, something around there. Here's a bunch of Ertl toys. I got these in a big tote I got at a garage sale where I spent $60. I've already sold a bunch of the barn pieces, farmhouse pieces. Just ended up doing an auction on these pieces and it sold for $119.50 plus shipping for a total of $145.81. So in the end, on that Ertl lot I bought, making over $200. I've also sold some separate smaller pieces. Maybe could have made a lot more on this stuff if I wanted to part it out and do each individual item. I didn't know what I had. Honestly, I kind of thought this lot would sell for around $50 or $60, so I was very pleased when it sold for about $120. Saves me a lot of time trying to look up all this stuff. Here's a bag of Tech boards. I got this in a box with some ramps and other stuff for $5 at a garage sale. Can't remember. Those are the ramps I sold. I might be in the profit already, but ended up doing an auction on these and I got $25.46. Sometimes one single board can be worth that alone. Just don't have the time to look them all up and research them. They don't have wheels or anything, so I just did an auction lot and that's what it sold for. Still okay because I made some great profit. Picked up this Kraft Caramels semi-truck set made by Ertl. Got this at Goodwill for $5. Sold it for $30 plus shipping. Took about 3 weeks to sell, I think, and I thought this might be a little long tail because there was not many comps and quite a few listed. I priced mine just lower than everyone else. Mine was in good condition, so I'm assuming that's why it sold, also because it was newly listed, but a good flip in the end. Sold this zombie cookie jar. Got this at Goodwill. I paid $7 or $8 for it. Sold it for $30 plus shipping. Kind of sad it sold. I probably should have priced it higher so I could keep it through Halloween. It sold within about 4 months, so I made some okay profit on it. Sold this Looney Tunes Bugs Bunny golf hat. Got this at a garage sale. Paid $1.50 for it. Sold it for $25 plus shipping. This is an international order, and I believe it was Australia where this is going to, so nice little flip. Bought this Rescue Bots Bumblebee at a garage sale blind for $3. Based on some other Transformers Rescue Bots I've found, I figured this was going to be good, new in box. It does have some water damage. Wasn't worth as much as I thought. I was still able to sell it for $20 plus shipping, so it made some good profit on it. If I ever saw it again, I'd buy it. Here is the last of the Real Tree coats I got at Walmart. Got about $12 or $13 into it. Sold it for $40 plus shipping. Looks like it's going to Canada. Here's a nice flip. These Adidas Predator cleats. Got these at Goodwill. Paid $10 for them. And I ended up selling them for $80 plus shipping. They took about 3 months to sell. Here is a pair of Pilates shoes. I got these at a rummage sale. I paid $15 for them. Ended up selling them for $60 plus shipping, and I'm hoping they're not dry rotted. I had another pair that was. They were different. They were like completely leather. I did the stress test and they just kind of broke in half at the sole. Now, new shoes I usually don't test because I don't want to bend them like that to see if they're dry rotted, because then they're not really new anymore. The reason I did those is because another reseller that watches the channel bought a bunch of them at the sale, and I guess the majority of those were dry rotted, so I'm like, I better check mine. So hopefully they hold up. Here's a pair of these New Balance shoes. I got these at a rummage sale. I paid $12 for them. Ended up selling them for $70 plus shipping, so phenomenal flip there. Got this peel and stick wallpaper at Home Depot. Got a few of these. Sold them in lots of 2. Paid $5 for them. I sold it for $30 plus shipping. Got one more set of 2 and then they'll be gone. Check out these Caterpillar cat work sandals. These things are very heavy duty sandals. I can't imagine people using these on a job site, construction site still, but you know, maybe they do. I'm sure it's just for relaxing wear. But anyway, end up selling them for $40 plus shipping. Here's a sealed Settlers of Catan expansion. Got this at Goodwill for $2.99. I sold it for $25 plus shipping for a total of $34.67. Took a couple weeks to sell. Here are 3 Defiant Smart Wi-Fi deadbolts. Got these at Home Depot, paid $25 a piece for them. Somebody bought all 3 of them. Sold them for $70 a piece. So some pretty good profit in the end. Here's a pretty good flip. This Sony Radio Walkman. Too bad it's not a better one. Brand new sealed. Picked it up at a garage sale for $20. I sold it for $60 plus shipping for a total of $77.15. Took about 2 months to sell. This is a Frozen toy set. Got this at Goodwill for $3.99. It's got some box damage. I priced it low, priced it to sell. Priced it at $15 plus shipping, and it took about a week and a half to sell. I made some good profit on it. Here is a pair of hemp leaf Crocs. I got these at a garage sale along with 10 other pair of random Crocs, all brand new with tags. If you caught the video, I found and already sold some Carol G Crocs for $450. Got some Post Malone, other good stuff. I only got $12 into the Crocs, so it's good profit on these right here. So I sold these for $45 plus shipping, adding to those Croc profits. This pair took about a month to sell. Sold this lot of Breyer horses. Got all these at Goodwill for various prices. Got about $15, $16 into them. Sold them for $87 plus shipping. Eventually just took an offer. I had them originally priced $120, which was high, but I was just making sure I didn't have anything too rare in there. Then a month later, someone offered me $87. I took it, so sold it for $87 plus shipping. Here's a Sharp VCR. I got this at a rummage sale for $3, and I sold it for $35 plus shipping. Took about 2.5 weeks to sell. Of course, these always do better when you have the remote. Sold the second Roost water detector I picked up at Goodwill for $2 and sold it for $40 plus shipping. It took about 6 months to sell. Here are some smoke detectors. I got 10 of these at Home Depot. Paid around $7 a piece for them, and somebody bought 8 of these for $28 a piece. It's always nice when somebody buys a lot of something. Saves on shipping. Here's a TI 84 Plus Silver Edition. Got about $20 into this, and I sold it for $55. Only took about 3 hours to sell. These calculators are great sellers when you price them right. Here's a KitchenAid coffee maker part. Already in profit on the coffee maker, which I paid $5 for. I sold this piece for $20. Probably took 5 or 6 months to sell. Here's a Sony remote for a Sony Blu-ray player of some sort. Got this at a rummage sale for $1, and it was going to be a good flip on Amazon at around $100. Unfortunately, I could not confirm it to be working without the actual unit. There's a battery leak that rusted the spring pretty bad. I used the phone to try to see if there was a light in here when you push the buttons. I couldn't see any, so I just sold it on eBay, you know, as is, for $30. This might be one of my favorite flips of the year, just because of how small and easy it is to deal with and how much profit it had, and for as little as I paid. I paid $3 for this Dell mini projector at a rummage sale, and I'm like, this has to be worth $3. Look it up, and I'm like, hey, this is worth quite a bit. I sold this for $175 plus shipping. Took about 3 days to sell. Just a phenomenal find. Here is a nice flip. However, I don't remember what I paid for it. Somewhere between $12 and $20. It is one of these QB under the desk elliptical machines. I sold it for $75 plus shipping. Took less than 2 weeks to sell. Oddly enough, I just got another one of these. Exact same one I found at Goodwill for $7.99, so now I can get that listed. They have a great sell-through rate, so happy to find it, and of course, happy to sell it. I bought this Monsters Inc. Imaginext set. It is complete. It's even got some extras. Got it at a garage sale for $15, but I sold it for $100 plus shipping. Took about 2 weeks to sell. I actually had to block somebody on eBay who kept messaging me about it, wanting me to take a much lower price. Kept telling me it was for their kid. Their kid's birthday was coming up. You know, just people trying to get a better deal. So I ended up blocking the person. Somebody bought it like 2 hours later. Someone else price. So when you have good stuff, you price it fair, you can always get your price. You don't need to take lower offers from people. Here is a nice flip. This Humminbird HDR 650 digital depth sounder. I got this at a rummage sale. I paid $5. It's new, but it does have some damage on the packaging here where it's been cracked open. Hopefully nothing has fallen out of there, but I ended up selling it for $90 plus shipping, and it took about a week to sell, so great flip. Here is a vintage new tone door chime. This is a really good one. I picked it up at a garage sale for only $1. Unfortunately, it has a few flaws, like the door hinge is broken off, and I didn't test it. It has a few nicks and dings on it. But you can sell these tested and working for upwards to $200. I just sold it as untested, and because of the hinge being broken off, I sold it for $100 plus shipping for a total of $122.18, and it took less than a week to sell. So I'm thrilled for only paying $1. I was talking about these in a video recently, and a couple weeks later I find one, so this stuff is definitely out there. Here's the third one of these. I've sold these Brother fax machines, Fax 575. All three of them I found was new. I sold them for $200 plus. However, this one, the box has been destroyed. There's water damage all over it. New inside though, so I sold it for $140 plus shipping, and it sold within 24 hours. So these things sell great if you price them right. I paid $5 for it at a garage sale, so I made some incredible profit. Sold this Stir Crazy popcorn popper that got this brand new at Goodwill for $10. These things are kind of strange. If you find some of the vintage ones from the 80s pre-owned, they can sell $40, $50 by themselves. They still sell these on Amazon. I believe they're like only $40 new on Amazon. That's for the newest model. And then you got this 2013 model, which is not that old, 10 years old. And I priced this $65. In my mind, I'm thinking I'm pricing this higher because I was like, I kind of want to try it. Maybe if I get the urge, I'll pull it from eBay and just use it. It's supposed to be a very good popcorn popper. But you know what? It sold within about 10 minutes of me listing it for $65 plus shipping. So apparently the 2013 model new is also desirable. Like I said, you could get this on Amazon for $40 new. So for someone to pay like $80 to get it that quick, there must be some difference between them. Here's this Batman light. I got this at a garage sale. I paid $10 for it. I was considering keeping it, maybe hanging it up on the wall, but I got so much stuff, all over the place now on my walls. So not really looking to put it up there. Not a huge Batman fan or anything, so I just went ahead and put it on there for $70 plus shipping, and it sold fairly quickly within a week. I was going to price it like $100, but it just has some scratches and stuff, and it doesn't have an on and off switch. Kind of generic, but still sold for a good profit. Here's one of these New Bright Escalades remote control. Now, I got this at a garage sale for $5, and was just going to sell it as parts because it was missing the remote pieces. It was broken up, even broke a wheel off, transporting it home. But the reason I bought it was because I sold one of these working one time with the remote for about $300, so I knew I could make some money. I just wanted it out of here, so I just priced it $30 plus shipping. I believe shipping was like $35, so I definitely made some profit on it. But you know what? I'm not buying another one of these for parts. They're just annoying to ship because they're so big, at least in this condition. But for now, I'm happy it sold. I'm happy I made some money. Here's a TP-Link Nano Powerline Adapter Starter Kit. Got this at Goodwill for, I believe it was only $2.99, but I sold it for $37 and made some profit. This took about a month and a half to sell. I found these Timberland boots in a box at a garage sale. I ended up paying 50 cents for these is all. I sold them for $50 plus shipping. Took about 3 months to sell. If you see a box of old shoes and the shoes are 50 cents at a garage sale, dig through them. You never know what you're going to find. These are in great condition. Here is a rotting zombie head, I guess. I picked this up at a garage sale for like $0.25. I figured it would sell. I priced it $20. Got it last summer. So it didn't sell last Halloween, but it has sold now for $20 plus shipping. So that's some pretty good profit for only paying $0.25. Happy to have bought it. Here is a G.I. Joe figure. Baroness got this at a garage sale for $2. Got a little bit of packaging damage. I priced it $15 plus shipping, and it sold within about a week. Here is a good one. This is an Eden Pure G7 air purifier. Paid $25 for this at Goodwill. Actually $20 because I remember having a $5 off coupon. And I sold it for $115 plus shipping. Sold within 2 days of me listing it, and it's new in box. Just a quick, easy flip. Here are 3 VCRs I sold. You're probably going to be seeing a lot of electronics because I'm listing my electronics death pile, which has over 100 of these things. These all sold within 24 hours of me listing them. I spent anywhere between $1 to $10 max. I sold one for $40, one for $25, and one for $25. 2 of them don't have the remote. One did. The one I sold for $40. It ends up being great profit in the end. Here is a Toshiba DVD VCR combo. Picked this up at a rummage sale for $5. I sold it for $50 plus shipping. No remote. Took about a week to sell. Here's a pretty cool flip. This vintage action figure, Moon McDare. I got him at a rummage sale. I paid $2 for him. Ended up selling him for $70 plus shipping. He's not complete. He's missing boots. I believe he has some space gear as well. In okay condition, this arm was broken off and just hanging there. Plastic just kind of dry rotted around the socket there. I still got $70, so I probably would have priced it about $120 if it was in a bit better condition, had the boots. But it was a nice pickup, a nice flip. I'll take it. It only took about 3 days to sell. Here is a Sun UV nail dryer. This is new and sealed. I picked this up at a garage sale for $2. Just bought it blind. I didn't really know how much it was going to be worth. Figured it was worth more than $2, and it is. I sold it for $15 plus shipping. So I'm not disappointed. It was easy to list, easy to ship. Took about 2 days to sell. I made some good profit on it. Here is a pair of Nightmare Before Christmas Crocs. Got these at a garage sale along with 9 other pairs of Crocs. Paid $12 a piece for these. I've already sold some, one pair being the Carol G Crocs that I sold for $450. And these I sold for $113 plus shipping. They're brand new with tags. When it's all said and done, I'm making a killing on these Crocs. Bought this Linux ornament blind at a rummage sale. I think I paid $2 for it. Pretty sure it's new in there. Didn't know what it was going to be worth, but I've sold some Linux stuff in the 80s before. Wanted to give it a shot at $2, and I sold it for $18. So made some profit on it. Not phenomenal, but I'll take it. This took about 2 weeks to sell. Got a couple of these quick set door knobs at Home Depot. I believe I paid around $5 a piece for them, and I sold both of them for $40. Somebody bought both. Took about a month to sell. Sold something over here. This Godzilla or Mecha Godzilla figure I got at a garage sale. Got about $3.50 into this because I bought a few of them, and I sold it for $40 plus shipping. So it's a nice flip. Took about a month to sell. Paid $5 for this TP-Link dual band USB adapter at a Goodwill, and I sold it for $25. Only took less than a week to sell. Sold a couple pairs of shoes. I got these nice Michigan Nike shoes. I got these at a rummage sale. I think I only paid $1. Maybe it was $2. Sold those for $60 plus shipping. And then I have a pair of San Antonio Shoe Company shoes, which I sold for $20 plus shipping. So some decent shoe profits. Not sure how long I've had these because I buy so many, but the Michigan shoes I got, it should be about 5 months ago. So it took about 5 months to sell. Got this cross stitch set at a rummage sale. I paid $1 for it. Got a few different cross stitch that day. I remember one being worth quite a bit. This one, I sold it for $15. For paying $1, I'll take it. Took about 3 months to sell. Here's a vintage King Cutter food processing set. Got this at Goodwill for $5, and I sold it for $40 plus shipping, and it took about 3 weeks to sell. Got a couple of these Oxygenics shower heads at a Lowe's. Don't remember what I paid for them at this point, but I sold this one for $45 plus shipping, so I know I made profit. I'm guessing probably about $20 profit. Took about 5 or 6 months to sell. Believe I paid $4 or $5 for this Range Mate at a Goodwill, and I sold it for $35 plus shipping. Not even sure what it is exactly. Some sort of microwave cooking set thing. Brand new in box. This took over 6 months to sell, something like that. I believe I paid about $7 for this Viewmaster projector at a Goodwill. I sold it for $30 plus shipping. Took about 2 months to sell. Here's a bunch of Barbie clothes I got at a garage sale for just $4 and decided to do an auction because there's no way I'm going to list all these individually and try to research them to see how much they're worth. Honestly, I thought these would do a bit better. On auction, they sold for $36 plus shipping for a total of $51.47. For what I got into them, you know, it's great profit, but I was kind of hoping these would go to $50 to $75, but I know a lot of Barbie clothing, Barbie stuff is just not very valuable, but hey, we'll take it. It's money. Here are some more of these Disney vintage figures that came out of Kellogg's cereal boxes. Already sold a lot for $20. Here's another one. I sold this one for $15. Had a few less figures in it. So for having a couple dollars into them, I made some decent money. Only took about a month and a half to sell. And I sold the last of these shower heads, $45 plus shipping. Here's some women's Ariat boots. Picked these up at a Goodwill for only $5. I sold them for $40 plus shipping. It took maybe 3 or 4 months to sell. Sold the last 2 of these 10-year smoke detectors I got at Home Depot. Paid about $7 a piece for them. Sold them for $29 a piece. This is the last 2. I think I picked up 10. So made some good profit on all 10 in the end. Took less than a month to sell them all. Here's this Little Tykes car doll set here. I got this out of a Calico Critters lot that I bought to sell. It was stuck in there. Decided to look it up and it was worth selling by itself. I sold it for $18. I only paid $20 for all of the Calico stuff, so this almost paid for all of that. But it only took like 3 hours to sell, so I was kind of surprised about that. Here's a nice flip, this Z-Boost cell phone range extender. Got this at Goodwill for $5 and I sold it for $70 plus shipping. This sold very quickly within 2 days, so nice quick flip. Here are these Marvel figures. I got these for a couple bucks at a garage sale. I bought them blind. I didn't know how they would do, what they'd be worth. Not phenomenal by any means. I sold them for $18 plus shipping for a total of $35.88. Made some profit. They took about a year to sell. Here are 2 worry-free smoke detectors, and I got these at Home Depot. These are different than the other ones I sold where I bought 10. I only got 4 of these, but I was able to sell these for a lot more. I paid $17 a piece for them, and I sold these 2 right here for $130 plus shipping. Apparently these have a voice alarm, which I don't know how that's beneficial. Maybe that's why it's more pricey. I don't know. Not really worried about it. I just happy to make those profits. Sold these Crocs within 2 days of listing for $20 plus shipping. Got them at Goodwill for $5. They're new with tags. They're kind of a basic pair. You got the actual Crocs company selling these for $25, so I decided to sell mine for $20 plus shipping. Still made some good profit. Here's a nice pair of Keen sandals. I got these at a rummage sale for $1. Sold them for $35 plus shipping, and they took a year to sell about, or was it 3 months? I think I got these this year, actually. I can't remember exactly. Time and everything just kind of blends together anymore. Pretty sure I got these, though, in the spring, and I've sold them already, but hey, either way, I made some money. Got this Scarface PSP game. I got this at a rummage sale for $1, and I sold it for $25, so took about a week to sell. I'm happy with it. Here's a food processor. I got this at a Goodwill. I paid, I think, $7 for it. Got a lot of attachments, parts, clean, in good condition. I sold it for $55 plus shipping, and it took about 3 to 4 months to sell. Here's a new sealed Nerf gun, retired dart tag, speed loader 6. Not really sure how much money I got into this. I got this in a kind of a bulk lot I did, where I bought a few different things. It's not much, honestly, but I sold it for $20 plus shipping, so I'll make profit on it. Took less than 2 weeks to sell. Here is a great shoe flip. Got these Adidas Sambas at Goodwill for $5. I remember they just come out on a cart. Snagged them up and sold them for $60 plus shipping. They took about 3 weeks to sell. I don't know if they've even ever been worn, so nice flip indeed. Here's a Kids Bop Karaoke CD, brand new sealed. I don't know where I got this. It's one of those things that's just been listed for a long time. I'm assuming I got this to sell on Amazon and it became restricted or something. I just sold it on eBay. But the good news is it has finally sold for $12.99. I probably paid, $2 for it at Goodwill or something like that. Here's a pair of Justin boots, Gore-Tex, size 13. Nice pair. I don't remember where I got them at this point because I found so many boots that 1 month. It was either Goodwill or a rummage sale. I don't think these came from a garage sale. I paid somewhere between $1 and $5 for these. So I know I didn't pay much for all the boots I got, but I sold them for $40 plus shipping. And well, they took about 3 to 4 months to sell. Here's a pair of Sony vintage speakers. Got these at Goodwill a long time ago now, probably 3 years. Surely it hasn't been 4. I got 2 boxes of these along with a bunch of other vintage speakers. I've sold all of those. Even the exact Sony one like this sold very quickly. I don't know why it took so long for this one to sell. Also, the last one of these I sold for like $150. This one I sold for $100 because I eventually just lowered the price because no one was buying it. And I do have about $40 into it, so I still made some good profit. Sat for a long time. No idea why the other one sold so quick, but hey, it finally sold. I made some money. Here is a gaming headset. I picked this up at a Meijer store years ago for $5. I just kept it in the closet because I thought I might use it one day. Probably never going to use it, so I listed it a couple months ago for $15 plus shipping, and it has sold. Picked up this Lonesome Dove DVD set at a garage sale for $1. Brand new sealed, and I sold it for $50. Took about 2 to 3 months to sell. Nice flip. Picked up this Delta faucet. It's new in box. Got quite a bit of box damage. I believe I paid about $8 for it. Sold it for $45 plus shipping. Took somewhere between 4 to 6 months. Don't remember exactly when I got it, but it sold. Here's this Thomas the Tank Engine set. I got the whole box for $2 at a garage sale. I decided just to do an auction on this, see where it would go. And well, it sold for $14.88 plus shipping. So I did make some money. Wasn't that hard to deal with. Just had to photograph it. Now I got to package it up. Picked up this Winnie the Pooh cookie jar at a Goodwill. I paid $7 for it. Sold it for $35 plus shipping. This took about a week and a half to sell. Here is this dual car stereo system. I got this at a garage sale last year for $5, and well, it finally sold for $38 plus shipping. Made some good profit on it in the end. Here is a Yadro figure. I got this at an estate. I don't have much into it, and it sold very quick. Within 24 hours. Now, some of these pieces, the right ones, can be over $1,000, so it's always nice to find a nice quick sale. Here's a Yamaha receiver I sold. I got this at a garage sale. I paid $10 for it. I actually picked up 2 of them that day. 2 different ones. One of them has a remote. This one does not. I sold it for $80 plus shipping, and it sold within 24 hours. I priced it to sell, but I didn't price it that low, I don't think, but happy it sold. We'll get it shipped out, making some money. This vintage Disney Aladdin lunchbox and has the thermos. Took a long time to sell. I'm kind of surprised. I got this 3 or 4 years ago at a garage sale. I paid $1 for it, maybe even less than that. It wasn't much at all. I remember it being an incredible deal. I thought I was going to sell it for about $40 plus shipping. I eventually just lowered the price to $20 because no one was interested. Still took about a year after that to sell. So I sold it for $20 plus shipping. I mean, I made great profit. It's just for something like this to be in great condition and have the thermos. Just expected it to do better. Here is an Animaniacs DVD set, or I guess 3 DVD sets. 2 of them are sealed, 1 is not. Got these at a garage sale for $1 a piece. Sold them for $30. Took about 3 months to sell. Here are some UGG boots. I picked these up at a Goodwill for $5. They've never been worn, and I sold them for $50 plus shipping. These took about 5 or 6 months to sell, I think. Here is a Yamaha receiver. I picked this up along with another one I've already sold at a garage sale for $10. Sold it for $50 plus shipping. It sold pretty quick, then about 2 days. Happy to get these large electronics out of here, turn them into money. Here's a couple cross-stitch items I sold. Paid $1 for this one at a rummage sale and $5 for this one at a garage sale. Sold this one for $30. Sold this one for $20. So some great profit coming in from these. They took an average of about 2 months to sell. Got some of these big-time muscle cars at Goodwill. I paid $1 or $2 for them. Sold this one for $14, so it's some money. Bought these sometime within the last year, I think. Here's a Sony cassette CD player. Radio, got this at a rummage sale for $1. And I sold it for $30 plus shipping. This took less than 2 months to sell. Sold these green Skechers shoes. I picked these up at a Goodwill for $5. Sold them for $40 plus shipping. They took about 2 weeks to sell. Sold these pair of Saucony shoes. I believe I got these for $1 at a thrift store. I usually don't buy Saucony shoes unless they're special. They don't sell that great. So I'm assuming that's where I got them anyway. Sold them for $25 plus shipping. So even if I did pay $5, I made some good profit on them. Here's some of these Nike Rafa shoes. I got these at Goodwill. I remember paying up a little. I think I paid $20 for them. Ended up selling them for $50 plus shipping. I believe they took about a year and a half, maybe 2 years to sell. Probably not 2 years. It's just one of those things with shoes. Sometimes they take a long time to sell. It takes the right buyer to come along. Sold the last 2 of these worry-free smoke detectors. Got these at Home Depot, $17 each. Sold them for $130 plus shipping. So great profit in all of those. They sold quick, 2 to 3 weeks. Here's a nice flip. I sold these Samsung filters. I got these at a thrift store for $1. They're normally $90. I sold them for $35 and they sold within about a week. Sold this General infrared thermometer. I got a few of these at Lowe's for around $5 a piece. I believe I've had them listed for a year. I think I sell one every now and then. I believe I got one more left after this. I sold it for $25. So I got a bunch of these Ox thermos coffee bottles at Lowe's on clearance 1 year, probably been 2, maybe 3 years ago. Paid around $5 a piece for them, and I sold a lot of them, and I had a few left over, 9 of them actually, that had some small like scratches from just bumping up against each other, you know, being on the shelf, dust and stuff like that. So I just never sold those, never listed them. Came across them, like, I gotta get these listed, so just put them on eBay. They're actually selling quite well. There's hardly any listed, so it's a good time to sell them. And I sold this one for $25. Here's a Richard Simmons sealed DVD set. Got this at a rummage sale for $1 or less. Sold it for $14. And it took about 3 months to sell, I think. Here is a chair gym. I got this at Goodwill for $20. It's new in box. Sold it for $100 plus shipping. It took less than a month to sell. Here is a Jurassic World dinosaur. Don't remember where I got this, how much I paid. I'm sure it wasn't much. I sold it for $20. So this duck decoy was a bit of an experiment. Got it at a garage sale for, what was it, $5 or $6? It had a faded stamp on it. I couldn't see the name or maker. So I just decided to do an auction to see what would happen. Started the auction for what I paid for it plus shipping. And well, it didn't sell. No bids. So I just put it on there for $15 plus shipping, and someone bought it. And they paid $22 to have it shipped. So going across the country, kind of surprised. You know, in the end, I'm making close to $10, but I would say it's a failed experiment. You know, I didn't get the $30 or $40, maybe $50. I was hoping it could be. It just depends on the maker, the name, on these duck decoys, the age, all that. And I'm no expert, but you know what? I gained a lot of knowledge and I made some money. Picked up this Cleveland Browns corduroy hat at a garage sale for $1. And I sold it for $45. Nice flip. There's a sports specialities hat like this. Has kind of the cord back and it can sell for about $150. Brand does matter a lot on these vintage hats. Still, that's a huge return on my investment. Shipping out this vintage computer chess game I picked up at a rummage sale for only $1. Sold it for $35 plus shipping for a total of $43.58. I sold this perfect power nozzle. Goes to a perfect vacuum. I got the vacuum at Goodwill. I think I paid $7.99 for all of it. I'm parting it out, selling the hoses, the power head. The canister ended up being damaged, so I just threw that away. And of course the attachments. Parting out vacuums can be great money. This power head I sold for $70 plus shipping for a total of $90.33. Sold these Timberland boots. I ended up paying $15 for these at a sale. Sold them for $55 plus shipping. Another great shoe slash boot sale, I guess. I ended up selling this Galaxy box fan. I think I paid $3 for this at a garage sale. There's a little piece broken off. I ended up finding it inside the fan, glued it back on, cleaned it up a little bit. Ended up selling it for $70 plus shipping. It's going to be a pain to ship, that's for sure. But it's worth it when you're making that kind of profit. Paid $1 for this Scooby-Doo plush at a garage sale. Ended up selling it for $30 shipped. Not bad. Sold these Nike Air shoes. I got $58 plus shipping for a total of $75.99. They have a little bit of wear. I probably could have got more money for them if they were in better condition. But I only paid $5 for them at Goodwill, so I'll take it. Picked up this globe at a garage sale. I think I paid $3 for it, maybe $5 for it. It's one of the textured ones. They do pretty well. Sold it for $35 plus shipping. So I am shipping out some train stuff. No actual trains, but the buildings. This kind of stuff right here. I even got some that haven't been built yet, which I lotted up in another lot. I broke them up into 3 lots and just done auctions because I really didn't know what these would be worth. I didn't want to list each one individually. I paid $100 for a tote of this stuff. I paid $25 for a tote of this stuff at Goodwill, but one of the lots sold for $52 plus shipping, $51 plus shipping, and $52 plus shipping. So it ended up doing well. I was just going to price these like $30 plus shipping a box. I decided just to do an auction just in case. I'm glad I did. In this case, I got more money doing the auctions. Still got some other stuff to sell as well, so it's going to be some good profit out of that tote I bought at Goodwill. Here is some model train snow, I guess, for the cities or whatever you want to use it for. This came out of the tote with all the train buildings. Ended up selling it for $30 plus shipping. So this alone paid for that whole tote. Here's a Halloween mask from the movie Saw that I picked up for, I believe, only a quarter, maybe 50 cents. Ended up selling it for 25 bucks. Picked up this Auric iron at a rummage sale for only $1, and I sold it for $25 plus shipping. There's some great irons out there to find and sell, much better than this one, that's for sure. Check out this awesome vintage Toxic Crusaders hovercraft. It's missing almost all the pieces complete. This thing sells for around 200 bucks, but the base here, it's in really good condition. The stickers are in great condition, and I probably priced it too low. I priced it $20 plus shipping, and it sold within like 2 minutes of me listing it. But you know what? I saw other comps for just the base selling between $15 and $20, so I thought $20 was a good price, 20 plus shipping, but possibly there's just not a whole lot of these available, and the price had went up since the ones that had sold. I only paid $2.99 for it at Goodwill, so there's profit in it. This is part of a Jurassic World dinosaur lot I bought. I've pretty much sold all the other dinosaurs. This one sold for $20 plus shipping for a total of $33.85. Ended up selling this Vanity Fair bra. I got this in a mystery box. I did a video unboxing of that mystery box. If you didn't catch it, I'll put a link in the description. Ended up selling it for $20 plus shipping. The mystery box was just, I believe, Amazon returns. Here is one of the Green Lantern and Predator figure sets I picked up at a sale where I got a bunch of collectible toys. I paid $75 for these. This is the last one. I sold it for $180 plus shipping. Here is an awesome flip. I picked up 5 of these Kohler toilet seats at a Goodwill, $20 a piece. They are some sort of special color that goes with a high-end toilet, so I guess there's such a thing as rare toilet seats out there, just like rare collectibles. But I was able to sell it for $200 plus shipping for a total of $237.22. Eventually, when I sell all these toilet seats, that's going to be some very good profit. I paid 50 cents for this hat at a garage sale, and I sold it for $17. Even hats like this that don't sell for a lot, they're great when you're picking them up for a quarter, 50 cents, or $1. You can make some good money on them. So here is a Macari sale. These mosquito repelling coils I bought at a Lowe's have a little over $1 a piece into these. I believe there's 30 of them in there. I sold them for $89 plus shipping. I sold them on Macari because eBay removed them. Apparently, they're considered hazardous. I don't know. I've sold plenty of mosquito repelling stuff on eBay before, and there's plenty of people still selling these on eBay, so I don't know why mine was removed. Whatever. I just put them on Macari and ended up selling them, making money. Found this little American Girl doll I picked up at Goodwill for $10. Ended up selling it for $30 plus shipping. I don't think it's actually new. Looked like it was probably open. It's kind of partially new. Kind of sold it as that. Could have got more money if it was completely new, but $30 plus shipping, I'll take it. Sold these vintage Farm Life Safari cows. I believe I paid $2 or $3 for these at Goodwill, and I ended up selling them for 20 bucks. Sold this Mizuno glove for $25 plus shipping. I believe I picked it up for $2, $3, maybe $5. I don't remember at this point. Pick up a lot of gloves and sell them. I sold a couple electronics. I sold this Allegro VCR. I ended up picking this up at a garage sale for $3. Sold it for $35 plus shipping. Below it, I got a Magnavox combo unit with the remote. I sold for $90 plus shipping. I usually sell electronics like this on Amazon. However, these were not listed on Amazon, so just decided to sell them on eBay make some good profit. Only paid $10 for the Magnavox, only $3 for the VCR, so I made some good money. So I picked up this Longaberger divided T with lid protector set at a Goodwill. I think I paid $2, maybe $3 for it at most. It's new in box. I sold it for $20. I paid $5 for these Disney rubber toy figures, and I sold them for $15 plus shipping. Got them at Goodwill. Here's a Mr. Coffee tea pitcher replacement. Found this at Goodwill. They had it priced $5, but I still bought it because I can make some money on it. Sold it for $20 plus shipping for a total of $31.68. So I ended up selling this little phone, and I picked it up for $2 at a garage sale. I believe I had it priced like $20 plus shipping. Been sitting for quite a while, so I ended up pricing it $13 plus shipping, and it sold. Get it out of here, I still make about $10 profit on it. The red phones and other colors tend to do a bit better than black and beige and white and stuff like that. I ended up buying this Fusion juicer. I was going to use it myself. I just decided, you know what? I'm not going to use it. I think a year went by. It just sat there. Paid $12 for it at a Goodwill. Decided to sell it for $40 plus shipping for a total of $55.85. I ended up selling a massager. You just have to trust me. There's a massager in there. It's in a box inside of this, packaged tight, so I'm not going to take it out. I picked this up at a rummage sale. I only paid $1 for it. I sold it for $60 plus shipping for a total of $81.02. So not a bad flip at all. I sold this Cobra CB radio. I ended up paying $20 for this at a garage sale. I sold it for $100 plus shipping for a total of $139.87. I'll take it. Sold this Scrabble, I believe 50th anniversary edition timer. Bought the Scrabble game and it was missing pieces, so I just parted out some of the pieces. Made a little bit of money on it. Sold this one for $10.80. So, you know, sure that paid for the game, maybe made me a little bit of money, along with the other tiles and stuff I sold. Ended up being profit in the end anyway. Picked up this new in-box faucet. As you can see, the box is pretty destroyed. Paid $5 for it at a garage sale. Sold it for $50 plus shipping for a total of $88.63. They paid a lot to have this shipped. I paid $1 for this Halloween Barbie doll at a garage sale. Sold it for $20 plus shipping, costing the buyer a lot to have this shipped. Paid $16 for shipping. Total was $37.87. I paid $2 or $3 for this trailer wiring harness at Goodwill, and I sold it for $30. Just a nice clean flip. Paid $100 for a tote filled with this trash pack stuff. It was all new, sealed for the most part, and I've been selling quite a bit. I'm definitely well in the profit now. Sold this pack for $40. Got this DVD set, Revealing the Mysteries of Heaven from a Salvation Army. Paid $2 for it. Brand new, sealed. Sold it for $40. So I sold this knife block I got at a thrift store. I only paid $1 for it, and I sold it for $15 plus shipping. Not one of the high-end ones that sell for hundreds, but I'll take it. Ended up selling this Juggernaut figure. I got this in a lot with a bunch of other figures. I'm pretty sure I've made my money back, so this is all profit. $25 plus shipping is what I sold it for. He's heavy. Great figure. I actually have another one up here of my own that I've found. Here's some of my other stuff if you want to see real quick. Sold this one for $25 plus shipping. Sold a couple of these Squirrel Busters I got at a Lowe's. I believe I have about $5 or $6 into them. They paid $20 a piece for them plus shipping. A lot of things sell for much more on Amazon and much faster, but this sat forever and eventually Amazon sent it back to me. Otherwise, I was going to get charged high fees for storage. Once things sit for so long, don't sell, that's what happens. I have it set to automatically send them back to me. Paid $5 for it at the garage sale. It's Captain Underpants book set. Put it on eBay for $40 plus shipping, and it sold in a couple weeks. Here are some shoes that I sold. I sold these Merrell shoes, and I sold these for $20. Pretty sure I got these for like $2.50 at Salvation Army. They had a little bit of corrosion here on the metal pieces, which I mentioned. Hopefully they read it okay, which is why I sold them for $20. And I just sold a pair of Brooks Ghost Tins in good condition. I don't remember where I got these. I got so many Brooks recently. I paid somewhere between $1 and $5 for them. Sold those for $25 plus shipping. Here was a cassette I got out of the big cassette lot I bought recently. Deep Purple Fireball. I sold this one for $15. Here is some track I sold. This goes with a cat like train set I bought at Goodwill. It was missing one piece, so I decided just to part out everything. I think I paid $6 for all of it. I sold these for 20 bucks plus shipping. Here is a Dremel router attachment I got at Goodwill. I paid $10 for this, and this is one of the reasons I say it's good to use the eBay global shipping program. These are not selling great in the United States, but somebody did an international order. They paid $60 for it. You know, in the end, I ended up making about $10 or $15 on it, so I'll take it. So I got these Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure items. I sold this Loki for $45 international order, 45 plus shipping. I sold these, I believe, for 45 plus shipping, just some pieces that go with one of the sets. I ended up buying a lot of these. I think I paid about $200 for all of them. In the end, I'm going to more than double my money. So yeah, here goes a few. Here is a Netgear wireless extender, and I've had this for years, and I'm surprised it took so long to sell, honestly. I don't remember where I got it or what I paid for it, but I'm sure it wasn't much. Ended up selling it for 30 bucks. I had it priced at around $60 or $70 for a while, because that's what they were selling for on Amazon. Don't sell Netgear on Amazon because of the IP claims, so, you know, eBay is just a different platform. I sold these Hero Skate figures for $60. These came out of a big lot of them. I bought at Salvation Army for $25. Made a lot of money on them so far. A few hundred for sure. Here's a piece that goes to a Black & Decker food processor. I decided to part this out because it would be more money to sell it that way. I believe I've already sold a blade. I forget what I sold the blade for, but this piece, $24. Parts for this kind of stuff, they really add up. Got these Kiri Nike shoes I picked up at Goodwill for only $5. They had just come out. I was in the right place at the right time. Sold them for $50 plus shipping for a total of $64.30. I believe I paid $2 for this vintage Gillette razor at Goodwill. You know, it's been sitting probably for about 4 years or more. Had it priced $20. Eventually I priced it down to $13, and it has sold. So I'm going to make some money on it. Probably wouldn't pick up again. Some of these vintage razors though do very well though. Here is a tomato strainer. I got this at Salvation Army. It seems like I paid $3 for it. I think it might have even been half off. If it wasn't, you know, I paid $6. It's still a great buy because I sold it for $60 plus shipping. And this is a, what I would call a lower end strainer. The one I sold recently, I can't remember the name, but it was like $100 I got for it. So yeah, not a bad flip at all. Here is a remote I picked up for a couple dollars. I believe it was at Salvation Army. I ended up selling it for $38. Nice remote flip. It's hard to find remotes anymore because most thrift stores, Goodwill's admitted to this, they just throw them away, loose remotes. You used to put them in bins. Not anymore. Ended up picking up a few of these Glacier Bay faucets and soap dish at a Home Depot. Paid $10 a piece for them. Been selling them for $30 plus shipping. This is the last one. Picked up this CD set at Salvation Army for $2 and I sold it for $20. I paid $5 for these Magna tiles. They glow. And I sold them for $25. Got them from Goodwill. Got a couple shoes and boot sales here. These Danner boots. Picked up at Goodwill for only $5. I sold them for $50 plus shipping. I also picked up these Nike shoes for $5, and I sold these for $20 plus shipping. So some good money coming in from these two. Sold a couple pairs of shoes. Got these Patagonia shoes, which I've never find Patagonia shoes, so this is rare. Hardly ever see anything Patagonia at the thrift store, really. So I ended up selling them for $50 plus shipping. That is a nice flip. Then I got these Asics shoes, these gels, and I ended up selling these for $25 plus shipping. But you know what? Look at this. I left the price label on. Now, I don't think I paid $8.99 for these. I usually don't pay that much for Asics. I'm assuming this is a Salvation Army tag. I'm assuming they were half off, maybe even $1. But I'm like, did I just not take pictures of the soles? So I had just checked the listing. Sure enough, I did take pictures of them. I just did not see the price stickers. However, with the lighting, it looks like it blurred out the $8.99, so I'm pretty sure the customer couldn't read it. Just very tacky to leave the price stickers from a thrift store on the shoe. It doesn't happen very often, but yeah, I have missed this stuff in the past. I actually sold something on Amazon FBA once where I left the sticker on and, well, I got a negative review for that. I'll peel this off and get these shipped out though. I found this Octopath Traveler game inspired card and sticker set at a Goodwill. When I first saw it on the shelf, I thought it was the game. I was pretty excited. It actually had like $6 this thing priced at, but still I was able to buy it. and flip it for 30 bucks. Here are some action figures I sold. I got this Jungle Hunter Predator. I believe I paid about $35 for this. I sold it for $98.44. Then I sold these two Hawk Outcast figures. Got about $5 a piece in them. Sold them for $40 plus shipping for a total of $57.06. Sold this Black Hole action figure. I don't remember what I have exactly in this. It came with some pop figures I believe I bought for $125, maybe in that lot. Or another lot I paid $75 for toys. Either way, it's profit, so $35 plus shipping is what I sold it for. Here is a brand new in-box bread maker. The box is in terrible shape, but I got this at Goodwill. I don't remember what I paid for it, but I remember it being really cheap. I think it was like $4.99. Ended up selling it for $40 plus shipping, so I'll take it. Here is an Onkyo receiver. I got this at a garage sale. I paid $20 for it. I ended up selling it for $65 plus shipping. Here is a Bissell vacuum. I got this at Lowe's a few years ago, actually. I got some incredible vacuum deals where I spent around $50 on them. A lot of them were Dysons. A lot of them were these Bissell vacuums. I was saving this one because, you know, I was considering using it maybe if one of my other vacuums went bad or something. But it's just been sitting there, so I decided to sell it. I sold it for $150 plus shipping. Those were good times. I made probably $5,000-$6,000 off vacuums from Lowe's. So I find this sale very curious because it's two separate orders from the same person, same address, and the items are from two different religions, I guess. Because you have this Book of Mormon, just action figures, I guess. I got at Goodwill. I paid $10 for all of these, and I sold these for $50 plus shipping. Then we got the Nativity Scene Camel Atlantic Mold. I got this at Goodwill. I think I paid $2.99 for it. I sold it for $20 plus shipping. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I guess what I'll do is just do one package, even though it was separate orders. And he did pay separate shipping on these, and also notice it says repeat buyer, so you don't get a lot of repeat buyers since I sell so many random things. Here's a nice flip on these shoes. Paid $5 for these Torch 4s at a Goodwill, and I sold them for $45 plus shipping. Here's a couple Christmas items I sold. This Garfield stocking hanger. This is the second one I've sold this year. Picked up a couple at Goodwill for $2.99, sold it for 25 bucks. And then we got this Department 56 Fun Run here that I sold for 25 bucks. That came out of a Salvation Army pallet I got. I paid $50 for the pallet, and it had hundreds of items. I've already made my money back on that, so I got really no cost in that right now. I sold something from off of the shelf. It is this Power Rangers figure. I got this at a garage sale. I paid $5 for it with a bunch of other Power Rangers stuff I got. And I ended up selling it for $80 plus shipping. So a great sale. I hate to see it leave the shelf. Just means I'm going to have to get out there and find something better. So I sold this Cobalt 189 piece tool set. I got 3 of these at Lowe's. This is the last one. I sold it for $150 plus shipping. And I believe I spent only around 30 or 40 bucks for it. I sold this Cutco knife block. Picked it up at a garage sale for $5, and I sold it for $50 plus shipping. Some of these can go for $250 up to $300 bucks. Shipping out the last of these insulated blankets, I got these at Lowe's. I think I paid around $20-some for them. Sold them for $65 plus shipping. So made some good profit in the end. I bought this Coleman lantern at a Goodwill. It's new. I paid $6.99 for it, and I sold it for $28 plus shipping. Sold in about 2 weeks. Here is a JVC DVD VCR combo recorder. This one is the DVD recorder. This is a good one. I don't remember exactly where I got this one. I believe I paid between $5 and $20 for it. I'm not sure. I ended up selling it for $225 plus shipping. It also has the remote. Probably took about 3 or 4 months to sell. Here's one of the 3-quart Mr. Coffee Tea Maker pitchers. I got this. Well, I paid $5 for this at a Goodwill, and I sold it for $20 plus shipping for a total of $30.45. I actually found quite a bit of Transformers sealed stuff this past year, and this one I believe came from a garage sale. I paid $2 or $3 for it, and I sold it for $60 plus shipping. Here's a Stewie Golf Club cover. I got this at a rummage sale, only paid $0.25 for it. Sold it for $40 plus shipping. It's actually an international order. Buyer ended up paying about $79 to get this. Here is a PlayStation 3. I ended up selling this for $100 plus shipping. I actually received this for free. Someone sent me some stuff that I could resell. A thank you from a subscriber, and if you're watching, I really do appreciate that. To be honest, I didn't even know this version of the PlayStation 3 existed, but I tested it. It works. I factory reset it and sold it for $100 plus shipping. Here's a Zenith VCR. I don't remember where I got this one. Typically, I'd pick this up with the remote though, between $5 and $10, and I sold it for $40 plus shipping. Got this sound machine semi. Got this at a Goodwill for $7.99. It's in great condition. Sold it for $40 plus shipping, and it's going out of the country somewhere. Picked up this Edge Keeper knife at a Goodwill. I believe I paid $2 for it, and I sold it for $20. Here's a realistic chronometric clock. I got this at a garage sale for $2. Very clean, which is why I bought it. Working. I sold it for $15 plus shipping. Easy flip. Here is a pair of San Antonio Shoe Company shoes. I got these, I don't remember, probably a garage sale, Goodwill. Paid somewhere between $1 to $5 for them. But I sold them for $40 plus shipping. Great brand. Shipping out this Hallmark Christmas Workshop. I got this at Goodwill for $5. It's in good condition. I ended up selling it for $40 plus shipping for a total of $55.65. Here's a World of Warcraft action figure. I believe I paid $5 for this one. I got a bunch of other action figures at a sale, and I sold it for $35 plus shipping. Here are some vintage Connects. Got these at a rummage sale. I got about $1 into them is all. Sold them for $25 plus shipping for a total of $39.97. Took about 2 months to sell these. Got a few of these Craftsman Auto under the hood light. At a Lowe's, I believe I paid about $30 a piece for these. I sold this one for $70 plus shipping. Sold 3 of these Diamond Sparkle string lights I got last year on clearance at Lowe's. I believe these are about $15 a piece, and I sold them for $50 a piece. So $150 plus shipping. This is a Nikon lens. I got this at a Goodwill along with a camera and a flash. Paid $25 for all of it. Sold the lens here for $60 plus shipping for a total of $82.35. I still got the camera and the flash to sell, which will be another $100 plus. Here is another dongle, and this one sold for $50. Rock Band guitar dongle. Always worth picking up. Here is a great flip. This Price is Right DVD set. Brand new seal. Got this at a garage sale. I think I only paid $1 for it, and I sold it for $50. Nice clean flip. I found this Coleman lantern at a rummage sale. I paid $5 for it, and I sold it for $50 plus shipping for a total of $66.55. Feel like I paid $2 for this at a garage sale, and I sold it for $18 plus shipping. Actually an international order, and they paid about $45 to get this. Here is a Nintendo Wii I sold, and who knows where this came from. I probably bought close to a dozen of these within the past year or two. Getting around to listing some of them. I listed like 4 or 5 the other night. This is just a basic white one. It's got one controller and the power supplies. Sold it for $40 plus shipping for a total of $56.44. Here is a lot of Life magazines from 1945 I got at a Goodwill actually. Got $10 into these and decided just to do an auction on all of them because a lot of them aren't really worth it. They just sit forever. There's a few good ones in there that might sell for $15-20. Started the auction at $20 plus shipping. No one bought it. So I just ended up putting them on there for $30 plus shipping, and a couple weeks later, someone bought them. Still made some profit. Maybe could have made a little bit more, parting these out or selling them individually, but I decided I just wanted them gone. I wanted to take the profit. Apparently there's not good enough stuff that people would bid this up on an auction, so I'm not going to try to, squeeze the lemon and get any more juice out of it. I just gonna take the profit I can get. So this little inflatable Santa, I got this at a Lowe's last year on clearance. I think I paid like $1.50, $2 for it. It was very cheap. I remember it was like 90% off. Actually got quite a few of them, and I sold one for $20. Got this Sing and Giggle Piglet at a garage sale. I remember getting it cheap. maybe cheap as 50 cents to $2, somewhere in that range. But I sold it for $15 plus shipping. Wii Sports Resort. This was bundled with a Wii. I think I paid $20 for the Wii and everything. This was one of the games with it. And I sold the game for $30. Anytime you find these, you know they're going to sell quick. Got this toaster oven. I picked this up quite a while ago at Walmart. I think I paid $20 or $25 for it. It's just been sitting in storage. Decided, hey, why isn't this listed? I think maybe I was considering keeping it at one point. Put it on eBay, and within the week, it sold for $100 plus shipping. Here is 12 days of Christmas bulbs from the Rudolph show. Found these at Goodwill. I think I paid $5.99 for them, and I sold them for $38 plus shipping, so that's a nice clean flip. Here is a steel folding commode. I got this at Goodwill on a half off sale. Paid $10 for it. Not big money. I sold it for $25 plus shipping. So in the end, I, pretty much doubled my money on it. So that's fair. It's going to be easy to ship. Just going to slap a label on it. Got these drain seals from Home Depot. Not sure what I paid for them, but ended up selling all 3 of them for $15 a piece. Here is a pink Wii remote. I have no idea where I got this at this point. Probably came bundled with a Wii, but it did sell pretty quick within about 3 days for $23. Here are some Brooks shoes I sold for $20 plus shipping, and these did not have insoles. I think I got these at Goodwill recently for $5. Probably would have sold them for $25, $30 if they did. I just wanted to move them. Priced them $20. I think they sold in like 2 or 3 weeks. Here's a black Wii. I got this at some point for an undisclosed amount of money. Probably spent about $20 on a bunch of stuff. I'm just parting it out. Selling the Wii here. No cables or controllers or anything. And I sold it for $48 plus shipping. I tested it and factory reset it. And here is another Wii set. This one's boxed up and it actually has a loose disc of Wii Sports in there. Sold it for $70 plus shipping. I have 3 pairs of shoes I'm shipping out. I got these Asics Gore-Tex shoes. Sold these for $30 plus shipping. Could have sold them for more, but they're missing the insoles, so I just dropped the price a bit. Also sold these Eddie Bauer kind of suede moccasin type boots. These are brand new without tags. Sold those for $40 plus shipping. And then I got these Ultra shoes. I got these at a rummage sale. I think I only paid $1 for them. And I sold them for $40. The other pairs of shoes, I paid $5 for these and $5 for these. So that's going to be some great profit coming in. Here's a bullseye game. I picked this up at a garage sale. Paid $1 for it. I'm surprised it took over a year to sell. I thought it would sell a lot quicker than that. But in the end, I sold it for $20 plus shipping for a total of $33.96. I got these from Home Depot on clearance. I don't remember exactly what I paid for these. They're just the LED pathway lights. I got them on clearance, sold them for $55 plus shipping for a total of $71.22. So I picked up some of these Road Mates at a Goodwill. I paid $2 a piece for them and sold them for $20 plus shipping. One of them sold, it's going to Denmark. Person paid about $40 for shipping. Honestly, I probably could have got some more money for these. I should have priced them up a bit. And some of these were selling for like $15. It's just hard to say because these vehicles, there were no comps on, just some of the other roadmates like 15 to $30, so I just priced it in the middle, $20. Now I make good profit on them, so I'm happy. Shipping out this JVC DVD VCR combo. I remember finding this. I'm pretty sure I paid $10 for it. At Salvation Army, I remember seeing it and thinking it was the DVD recorder, which can sell for about $300. They look the same, but it's just a combo unit. Still, I sold it for $80 plus shipping. Here's a Barbie lip gloss maker, and this thing has been for sale for at least 2 years. Got this at Goodwill for about $2. It is sealed, which is why I picked it up. I knew it would be long tail, but I ended up selling it for $20 plus shipping, so made profit in the end. Mentioned it before, some items are just going to be long tail. It's just the nature of the game. Here's a Wii Sports. I found a few of these, quite a few of these in the past year. Even found one in the trash. I was at a garage sale and they had a bunch of trash, and I just happened to walk by it and see a Wii Sports tucked in there, pulled it out. Maybe it's this one, maybe it's one I found for $1, maybe it's one I found for $3 at Goodwill. I don't know, but I do know I don't have much money into it. I sold it for $24. Here is a Vivitar camera flash. I got this along with a camera and a lens. At Goodwill, I paid $25 for all of it. Already sold the lens, I think for like $70. So I sold the flash for $30 plus shipping. It's an international order, leaving the country. So I got 5 5 of these Kenmore filters. They're new, just the box is messed up on them. They're still sealed inside. I got 5 of them for, I think it was $5.99. They're in a bag at Goodwill. I've sold one for $38. That pays for the whole bag. Got this Awesome O Funko Pop and a lot I bought locally with a bunch of other stuff. I've already made my money back, so this is just icing on the cake, and I sold this one for $20 plus shipping. Sold some more of this trash pack stuff. Here's 3 packages I sold for $35. As I've probably already mentioned, I've got a tote filled with this kind of stuff. Paid $100 for it, and I believe I'm down to like one more piece, one vehicle left to sell, and that's it. And I've made a few $100s. Here are some New Balance shoes I got from Goodwill. I paid $4.99 for them. They are actually unique. There were no others on eBay, no recent comps for this style. So I priced them a little high. I priced them $40 plus shipping, and they sold within about 30 minutes. So apparently they're better than I thought. Maybe could have got more for them, because honestly it's just hard to say. They're in pretty good shape. So I paid $5, sold them for $40. I'm happy with that. Bought a bunch of these Marvel Build-A-Figure things locally in a big lot, and I've sold a few. I'm probably in the profit by now. I can't even remember how much I have into these, but I sold this one for $30 plus shipping. Here's a Power Rangers Megazord. I got this at a garage sale along with a lot of other Power Rangers stuff. Paid $5 for it. Sold it for $35 plus shipping for a total of $49.65. A little bit sad to see it go. I had it sitting on a shelf downstairs. Was kind of getting used to seeing it around, but we turned it into money. Picked up this GMC Trucks hat at a rummage sale. I think I paid $0.25 for it, maybe 50 cents. Sold it for $15.